Hey, Marco, you ready for the totally awesome, coolest show ever?
After this morning? No, not at all. All right, how are we all doing today? Chat was lively already. Got to see it. I do note that we will be recapping without spoiling too much. Of course, we'll throw one or two little sneaker spoilers in there.
Yeah.
But we will be recapping after we get through news, the Boba Fett for probably about 15 minutes. We'll keep it spoiler free till we hit the spoiler thing, and then maybe leak out one or two. But we will have a big rant on Sunday. We're actually doing kind of a crossover this show. We're going to have the majority of the Dark Side crew on here eventually. We're going to start off with news and then start getting into, like I said, we'll just do like a little
mini crossover,
little mini recap, so that we don't ruin it all for Sunday. Because if the chat here and the chat in our private Rennavision group is any man, Sunday is going to be ridiculous. But we want to give people a little bit of the feeling. My mind's blown. Like all right, but before we do that, let's get into our first and usual thing here. Let's get into a little bit of the news. Pete, I want to get into we were also going to rank Boba Fett books too, by the way. So that's
yes, we are. We're going to tier list out a bunch of Boba Fett books. But yeah, all right. I'm going to news. I got some more toys. We can do toys later too.
Yeah. Oh shoot, I didn't do any toys. Really
toys. I got them, and they're all Star Wars.
Had the worst morning ever.
I decided to Star Wars focus it since we're having the boys over.
All right,
but cool, all right, perfect. We'll start the news.
Oh, there's the news. Dan wants to know what's special about Sunday. Usually on Sundays, we get everybody on and we just yell at everybody. We've noticed that some of the people on the Wednesday show don't translate over there and see the Star Wars show, and that some of the Star Wars people don't come over here. So we're going to try to we're on the same channel. We know you do, Dan.
Well, and Boba Fett's a Wednesday show now, so it's kind of easy to kind of bridge that gap a little bit.
Night wasting, dude. Believe me, we got a lot of nasty letters. Well, not nasty. A lot of nice people asking us, could you please, because the Sunday thing's a tradition like no other. It's like the Belmont Stakes or the Kentucky Derby. Everybody loves it, and they want to go all ham on that. But you'll get a little something. I think you'll get a little feeling. I mean, I can never just keep numb. So, but let's get to the news, Pete. What do we got? What do we have? Where do we go?
Oh, first up, this is our weekly update for Wednesday, January 12th, 2022.
Okay, I forgot to say hi to everybody in the chat. And
go say hi before we get started.
Joe, first one in. Good to see you. Ed, I also know that you said later you said hi for the algorithm. I'm glad you said hi for the algorithm. Make sure you catch the Sunday show. Stay awake. Drink a Red Bull. Venom's good to see you. Obi, good to see you. Jedi will be on later. Thank you very much. Sticks, there you go. Rennavision, that's you. Repair Tech Tony, good chat. Hey, Repair Tech Tony, I know you're good with your hands. Is there a way we can turn a trombone into a gaffy stick? That's what I want to know. You just because you like spoiled milk, you might have to see a doctor for that, my man. You just might have to. All right, Joe. Oh, Cobra. Dan, I already said hi. Wayseeker's room. Good. Okay, let's go. We'll say hi to everybody else later. Let's get into the news because we're already behind.
Yeah, we're only a little bit behind, but we'll start off with our box office, which obviously still sitting on top. And look, I changed the picture for you this week.
Oh, nice. Good.
It's not the MJ picture.
No, thank you.
But, it's moving up the charts. It's targeting Infinity War next to make it into the top 5. So,
nice.
I think it's bound for it. But this past weekend, it pulled in another 32 plus, easily on top.
32.
Taking it down to our domestic all-time. As I said, it's right there at number 6 at 670. And Infinity War is right ahead of it at 678. So it'll probably pass it before the weekend starts.
Oh, nice. Maybe get a little bit.
Like I said, I think it's going to get close to Black Panther before it.
Good. You don't think it's going to? You don't think it's going to get past Black Panther?
It might. It might just eke over 700, but I think that's about where it loses its momentum because they're going to put it up on streaming something sooner or later.
Well, I think Eternals
showed up today.
Hit today, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it yet because we had Boba Fett.
Oh,
but-
jeez. Well, you could have wasted your time doing something better, but
As I said, there it is, number 6.
speaking of that, did you catch Nomi either? I think it's
No, I really didn't.
If you're
care.
DC, don't you just? Yeah, I know, but if you're DC, don't you just like see like, yo, they're like Disney's putting out a thing called Boba Fett. Yeah, so we'll just move our shit, man. We're not gonna come into that. I don't. You're not. You
Well,
can't-
they have to try.
No, they don't.
I just can't do the CW.
Hey, look,
one.
hey, look. If you look outside, and there's like the giants, and it's you, little Pete, and Andre the Giant say, "You come outside, we crush you, all 18 of us." You going outside?
Well,
For no reason. You
have
can
to
go
go
outside tomorrow. It ain't hurting you. You ain't running from them. You're inside. Why would you just
it
walk
didn't
out?
premiere the same day, did it? Didn't it come out the other day, like Monday or something?
You don't exactly. Nobody knows when it came out. My point being,
Well,
don't even.
My point is just the CW, like who with all of the streaming, whether it be Disney Plus, with Disney Plus and Netflix and Amazon, like all the streaming services, the content has just gotten pretty solid.
Yeah,
for the most
I
part.
agree.
So the TV, the regular broadcast TV stuff, really is lacking because they don't have the same budget, and they are stretching their shows. Like the Netflix and the Disney Pluses, they're packing millions into just like 6-10 episodes, and they're just throwing a lot of money at it. CW is still stretching crap out to over 20 episodes, so their budget's really tiny, and they just drag everything. I don't have time to drag out on a show. I don't got 20 weeks in me to watch Naomi, like, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. Venom says it's week 2. Like, I guess maybe yes, people can watch both, but like with all the stuff that's going on, with Spider-Man still keeping good numbers, with Eternals hitting the whatever, with just taking a breath with real life at this point, because they have pounded us with a lot of content in the last 2 months, like it or not. I don't know. It kind of went under the radar. We don't. I mean, look, man. Venom's knows how many people in the chat knows when Naomi. Like, did you watch it, Naomi?
Naomi, yeah. Well, like I said,
People don't even know when it came out. I don't have time.
I think it came out on Monday, the 11th.
You guys got to watch us twice a week. You got to watch us on Wednesdays and Fridays. I mean, how much?
I think I had it in the news, and I actually pulled it out of the news because I was like, I just don't care.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll try to watch it this week sometime.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Oh, just wrapping up the box office. It's also just creeping up the worldwide. It's there at number 8 now, where it was at number 12 before. It's now at number 8 at 1.5 billion. So it's going to catch The Lion King soon, I think.
Right.
And maybe Jurassic World.
Well, that's good.
We'll see. I don't know if it's going to cross 2 billion, but you never know.
Something's got to beat The Force Awakens eventually, and Avatar, to be honest with you. All right.
Oh, worldwide? Oof. Well, Endgame came very close to Avatar.
Yeah.
Endgame came very close.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of Spider-Man, though, apparently there's illegal torrents for it have a hidden crypto virus in them. So don't go downloading bootleg copies of Spider-Man unless your virus protection is up to snuff, because apparently there's crypto viruses in those streams.
Good. Yeah, don't be doing that.
Yeah, you should be doing it anyway.
I think we talked about not stealing last time, so.
Yeah, we should be doing it anyway. I mean, it was one thing years and years ago where you had to wait like an entire year before a movie was in the theater and then it was for home viewing. We don't have that anymore. You just got to wait a couple of weeks, if not a month or two.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, how about them Golden Globes, huh?
What?
It used to be a big deal, but yeah, no, since everybody boycotted the Globes, they didn't even air it.
Do we know why they boycotted this? What is the Golden Globes?
It's the whole thing, lack of diversity among the members of the Hollywood Foreign Press, whatever the heck their name is.
Does anybody care? Better yet,
Hollywood Foreign Press Association. That's what they're called.
Okay. Does anybody care?
I used to like to watch the Globes. I always liked watching award shows.
Really? Yeah.
But seriously, like no network wanted to air it. They all said nope.
Well, yeah. I mean, if there's nobody there.
But apart from that, even when they were announcing all the winners, they didn't even give what the people worked on when they tweeted stuff. Like they tweeted, Kenneth Branagh won for writing a screenplay. Doesn't tell you what screenplay he wrote, what movie that he worked on. Like, solid job, guys.
This sounds like something that needs to go away. Just, hey, if you're like somebody and like your whole thing though is you won one of these and you won nothing else in your career, like how mad are you that this thing's just getting like You know what I mean?
Well, Will Smith finally won one for acting. He won Best Actor for that.
Okay, so then it's definitely time to end this. Like it's 100% time.
The Venus Serena movie.
Next thing you know, they're gonna give one to Rob Liefeld for best comic book of all time.
Andrew Garfield won too. I don't know what movie he was in, but he won for some musical or comedy movie.
Yeah,
because they don't tell you.
Oh, Spider-Man. So he went for Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, the middle Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just saying. I just put it in here because usually the awards are a big deal, but no, I don't know if this will ever bounce back.
I know, like my wife is always like, "Hey, the Blank Awards are coming up." I'm like, "Cool." Well, all the shit they probably nominated, I didn't freaking watch. And like, I mean, like typically, what do I get to see? Like they put those, you know how they put the shorts around that time, and you gotta watch some stupid cartoon that you really don't care about. And it's like some girl with an umbrella flying down from a thing, and then a dog licks her, and like, okay, I guess a 5-year-old created that, and that could win an award. I mean, like, what? Why are you even showing it to me? I don't care. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Well, which one? No, I watched 2, and it was either the kid got licked by a dog or the kid got licked by a cat. Which one was it? The cat won this year. Okay, I don't even know.
All right, the cat. Well, sometimes they do heavier things too. It's like, oh, Holocaust. Yeah. You're winning. Right. Holocaust. The Holocaust short's winning.
I can't. Yeah, watch the show with your time. I mean, yeah. And it never.
They reached out to bring Ben Affleck back as Daredevil. I think just for like probably a cameo in the multiverse kind of thing, but apparently they reached out.
I'll tell you this: I didn't mind his Batman at all, but like his Daredevil was shit.
Yes. Well, shit. I still minded his Batman a little bit, but I didn't.
What? Oh, you liked his Bruce Wayne? Yeah.
Yeah, I like he wasn't that bad, but Daredevil. It was terrible. Terrible.
Ed's got it right anyways. Golden Globes must be on Sunday. Sorry. Got a Star Wars show.
He's got a point.
Yep.
We got a little bit of a rumor, I guess, who Bill Murray's going to be playing in Ant-Man.
Whoever the hell he wants?
No, who is? I can't remember the name. Like Zingar or something? I don't know. If
come on.
Just some random, just a one-off. This is the only issue he appeared in. This issue of Hulk.
Oh, this is what we're doing. We're wasting a national treasure. Okay.
Yeah. Probably because he probably said, I'm only going to do one. He probably said that's it.
We should have him become the new Stan Lee. He should be a Stan Lee step-in.
It would have been nice, but no, it looks like, again, I can't remember his name. I had it before. It's like Zintar or something. It's something weird.
Yeah.
I grabbed your Oreo thing.
Oh, nice.
So we're getting Batman Oreos with a puzzle?
Yeah, no. So it's good if you like, they're giving you this thing. If you can figure out the code with the special Batman Oreos, then you'll be able to unlock like the Batcave and go in and do special features and everything. Like, it sounds okay. It's gonna be fun. I mean, look, if you're gonna have to buy Oreos for people anyways or whatever, like, I mean, Oreos is nowhere close to being the best cookie of all time. That'd be vanilla wafers. But I mean, what are you gonna do? So it's not Jack Sampson, no. Stick Boy, sorry. But yeah, so it should be cool. So just watch this for the Oreo thing. It's probably gonna be a craze for a little bit until people figure out how to get in the Batcave. And it's kind of fun. Like, they're giving you quizzes and riddles and stuff. I mean, at least, at least make it a little bit.
I do miss that. I do miss like fun tie-ins to movies. Like,
the only problem with it is only if you buy the lame Batman one. So like, these all have like a certain Batman like thing on it, and I'm willing to bet that's not like mega double stuffed. Which, I mean, we're not psychopaths, right? So like, nobody buys the Oreo for the outside of the cookie or to have like those smallest of filling. You have to buy the. Like, we're not crazy here, right?
What's wrong with the cookie?
The regular cookie sucks. You got to get the mega stuff. And then even with that, you got to take
its own. Yes.
No. You got to take the top off of one, and then you do the triple stack with double mega stuff, and then you got yourself a cookie there. All right, that's what you got. Double mega stuff filling.
Oh, double mega stuff.
Cookie. Yes.
Well, I tried to give us little cards to break up our segments here. So here's going to be our streaming news. So we had our movie stuff. We're going to move on.
You got to soak it because the cookies suck. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You need to mix it up. You need to mix the Oreo.
Okay, you ready for everybody to go crazy? I do it in water.
Water?
Yeah, because if you do, you don't want to get the taste of the cream. No, the taste of the cream, you lose the taste if you put it in the milk.
Still, the best way to eat an Oreo cookie is to put it in a glass with vanilla ice cream, but you crunch it with a spoon.
Yeah, but then you're eating ice cream. You're not eating fucking.
I know, but you're eating ice cream with the Oreo. But you got to hand mix it. So it's still crunchy and there's big chunks.
No, this is what you do. You take 2 mega stuffed Oreos, right? You take the top off this one. You take that part there. You go like this, and then you take the top and you spritz some water up there. Just make it softer up there, and then the inside still gives you the crunch, and then you still get the full taste. There you go. And that's how you properly eat an Oreo.
Water. You be spritzing water. It's a lot of house plant.
Why would you buy something with flavor if you're going to disguise the flavor with ice cream or milk or anything else? What is wrong with you people and your palates? You probably eat Lunchables and Hot Pockets.
I'll still get down on a Hot Pocket every once in a while.
Jesus Christ. Okay, go ahead. Next one.
Certain ones, not just certain ones. The Philly cheesesteak ones. I can rock those.
Where's Chef Harris right now? Chef, could you please help me out here?
When we finish up one of these shows and we've run 3.5 hours, I need a Hot Pocket at that point. Like, I'm hungry, but I'm not making a whole meal. So I'm just making a Hot Pocket.
Oh my God.
In the oven. So I'm going to wait the half hour it takes too.
In an oven?
Oh yeah.
Toaster. Hot Pockets are made for microwaves, bro.
I know, but no, it's different. Better texture. It's better.
Yeah, they don't brush their tongues. Dwayne Scott's got it. Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, I just put this up there. We already mentioned it. This is just so we can mention that Eternals dropped today on streaming. That was really it. The premiere, and they put some poster. Like, that matters. It's up. I'm gonna finally watch it. I'll take a look at it maybe tomorrow or the weekend.
Yeah, me too. We'll give a review on it.
Yeah,
full review.
This is just crazy rumor that apparently the She-Hulk show is going to change the status quo for Hulk, where he's going to go back off into space again, apparently, because we're somehow getting Scar. Like,
sweet.
I don't know. I don't really get this.
How's that happening in the lawyer story? I don't get it either, but
I don't either. But hey, if you want Scar's first appearance, I guess you can still find it in this weird what if. But I don't know. I still don't like what ifs as first.
I like that storyline though. I like World War Hulk with a Scar. Yeah.
But they didn't tell us that story, so making that the reason he goes back doesn't make any sense. You're going to give us a hidden story that you didn't tell us in Ragnarok while he was away? That somehow, while he was training with the Valkyrie, that he was also had a side piece who was Noah, and then I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know if you watched the show this week, but there's a show on today that didn't make much sense either. All right, next topic.
All right, well, sticking with streaming, and now we're moving to Netflix. Apparently, I still haven't seen this Red Notice movie, but they're going to make 2 more back to back.
All I know is you've got The Rock, you got Godot, and you've got the guy who plays Deadpool and a crappy Green Lantern and a great
Black Adam, Deadpool, and Wonder Woman.
What's the college show that he was in? Yeah, that one too.
College show? The Van Wilder stuff?
Van Wilder. And you got Van Wilder. Yeah. So, like, that's a home run.
I don't know. Did you watch it yet? I didn't watch the movie yet.
No, but I assume it's like any Arnold Schwarzenegger movie of the 90s.
Yeah, I heard it was just kind of
terrible, and you just watch it because it's fun to watch.
Yeah, I'll give it a try. I am excited for this, though. I know we didn't talk about it when I guess it kind of teased when it initially happened, but I finally got around to watching Witcher Season 2. Yeah. And we got a little tease of a little prequel series coming.
Very good. Somebody in the chat said, make sure you watch it. See, that's why you can't watch Naomi is because, like, I had to get to squeeze this in a book.
I'm a big fan of The Witcher.
And you guys had me listen to that stupid book. It takes 9 hours now, and the guy's weird.
Well, I thought you do it at the speed and a half.
I do it at 1.6 times the speed of Witcher sources.
Anyway, the whole point of the story, they're just saying that the
Witcher's so good.
The bard that's in the regular Witcher is probably just going to be kind of like not flashback, but he'll probably be singing a song and then they'll be showing the flashback of the show. That'd probably be the framework of the whole thing. But
the singer guy,
yeah, he'll probably be like in a tavern telling this tale of how these elves of how the original Witchers began, because I think that's what the backstory is. But since this guy's involved in the show, that's probably how they'll do it, like as like an opening and closing thing.
I like they brought this character back. I thoroughly enjoy it. So
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is I really like The Witcher so much so that I'm trying to go back to rewatch the first season again because I like it. And Umbrella Academy's coming back with a season 3. I didn't even know they were going to be making a season 3, but apparently they are, and they're going to be diving into this Sparrow Academy, which
I think they had to after 2, right?
yeah, I don't know much about them though because I never read the Hotel Oblivion series. I have them, I just never got around to reading them.
No, I mean like after season 2, they had to have a season 3, right? Or no?
Yeah, I know, but it just still sometimes you assume they're going to, and then they don't. But I think they might cameo or something in this the last issue of the Hotel Oblivion, the Umbrella Academy. So if you're looking for comics,
Hotel Oblivion. That might be an interesting book to go back and look at.
Oh, I think I put the wrong picture on this one or the wrong title or something.
Huh.
We're gonna mix stories on this one. The headline is just saying James Gunn is going to do another HBO Max show. And then the second thing that goes with the picture was apparently they're going to have Hugo Strange in
that's
Batgirl.
Hugo Strange. Okay, cool.
A villain like tease of Hugo Strange, who I like BD Wong in the Gotham TV show.
Oh, Ed, what happened? Wheel of Time burned you?
I still got to get back to that. I was waiting for my wife to catch up, and she never did. So now I'm stuck at like episode 4 of Wheel of Time. Just waiting.
Well, it looks like Wednesdays are opening up, so she could always watch on Wednesday.
Yeah, there's still a few more. Just a few more. There's a lot of Batgirl stuff this week. There's a lot of set leaks and set photo pics because apparently Robin is in this universe because they showed this wall mural or something. I don't know. But
maybe it's the other side they're going to show though, not the mural side.
Well, they got Robin, but they're also saying that they might be teasing Nightwing.
Nightwing
might be looking to cast him.
That might not be bad. I don't mind Nightwing. I thought that was Nightwing was good. So
yeah, I don't know, but it just seems weird to me. Like, I know they don't have to be like the Marvel universe where everybody's the same, but I'm like, you already have a Nightwing. I like the Titan show. It's not bad.
Yeah,
but whatever. We'll get another one. Oh, here's my here's the other half of it. I just flip flopped pictures. I was Russian, so there we go. But there was my Peacemaker.
So
picture.
John Cena's now going to be Batgirl.
Yeah, it might make me watch it now because otherwise I'm really not that interested from everything I've seen with the Batgirl thing. Personally.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other one. I actually want to see Peacemaker.
I do want to see Peacemaker, which actually starts tomorrow, I think.
Does it now?
Mm-hmm. I was looking. I thought it started today, but no, it's tomorrow. But we do have another small segment to get to, and this is the animated stuff. So we got a little animated stuff or animated movies, the whole thing.
God, there's some good anime.
There's some good stuff because Brubaker is going to be the head writer on this new animated Batman show.
Ooh, okay.
I'm kind of interested in that. I like Ed Brubaker.
I think DC does a good job with the anime, though. I mean, they just do. They do
a good job with this stuff. But apparently it doesn't have a date yet when it's coming out, but it's going to be on HBO Max and the Cartoon Network. So streamed and on television. But I still think it could be good. I mean, the Batman cartoons usually are.
Mm-hmm.
And I got news that you'll probably enjoy. I know as a big animated X-Men fan, they got the voice actor for Wolverine back.
Nice.
So when they do their Wolverine, their X-Men 97, they'll have the continuity with the voice.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah, it's not huge news, but I thought it was still worth putting in here. And just so I could have at least 3 things, this whatever movie is going to be on skipping theaters. It's a Pixar movie. Turning Red, it's skipping theaters. It's only going to be on Disney Plus. I don't really care about the kids movie aspect of it. Even my son hasn't really talked about it. But the fact that it's skipping theaters now has me starting to worry again that we might start seeing that for other films. So it's already happened. If Disney and Pixar will do it, here's worrying that, Doctor Strange 2 gets bumped. Pushed to November or something like that. Like, I don't know. Just concerned we're going to get another delay and everything. But that's our animated stuff.
Sweet.
And I got a little bit of toys. See?
Toys. Do it.
Yeah, I got some toys. Not a lot of toys. I know Dom had mentioned it. I don't know if it was on our show or just our chat, but Toy Fair. But now they're There's
Oh,
no
there's a
toy
show.
fair.
There
He
isn't
was
a
hoping
cancel it on them?
dang it, it was still gonna, run, but they
They
canceled
canceled
it. So no toy fair this year in New York. Sad news. But for you Fett fans out there, you can buy his blaster from Nerf.
Yeah. I just saw somebody made that.
Oh, what, they made their own?
Yeah, like they made their own like a week before, like not even like 4 days before the Nerf thing came out.
Interesting. I wonder if theirs is better. But
It was kind of cool.
$110 is pretty steep though for
The
a Nerf.
problem with it is the problem with the Nerf thing is, do you remember they made that big the Mandalorian's?
Oh yeah,
big,
the Mando, the rifle.
that thing was a piece of shit. It was $120. So
Was it? I didn't get it, so I don't know how.
it was
it
really,
worked.
really bad. It was it's thought to be terrible. So
Well, that one was like $150 too, I think.
125,
right?
I think. Yeah,
125. All right. Well, still, the box looks nice though. The box is kind of cool, but you figure that's probably mostly what you're paying for. Packaging. What else we got for you for toys? Oh,
I do like the recaps though. It looks like it's going to shoot caps out of it or whatever. They
it does look like caps, but no, it looks like they're little gold darts. I didn't know whether to put this in the movie side or the toy side, so I went with the toy side. But apparently, the toy listings for the McFarlane Black Adam figures are spoiling that the villain Sabak, I guess, is going to show up because he's the Build-A-Figure, I guess.
Sweet
For this run.
It's always good. That's what we want is spoilers at all times, especially when it's.
So apparently, we might see this guy show up. But at the same time, a lot of times the Build-A-Figure has nothing to do with the movie release. Like Marvel Legends does that all the time. Like they'll just have like a figure.
Yeah.
It may not necessarily mean they're in the movie.
Yeah, valid point. I can give you some on that. That's cool.
Yeah. But just a few toys. And don't worry, I don't have any sneakers for you this week. There was nothing interesting in the world of sneakers at least from my perspective. So no sneaker news.
Mm-hmm.
But we do got some comics.
Okay, what do we got on the comics?
What we considered doing today but I'm going to do this tomorrow, is the X-Men vote. So the voting is live for which of these characters is going to join the main X-Men team, like they did last year when Polaris won. So they're giving you 10 options. You can go online. You can go vote for your, who you want to join the X-Men.
For sure.
You got until tomorrow night, I think at midnight or something. I think it runs through tomorrow. So I'm going to do dollar bin digging for tomorrow on these characters because a lot of these characters, their books are like dollar books. So you can still go dig them out.
I wonder where I put this thing. I was trying to get something. Hold on. Give me 1 second. That's cool. We're still going to, and then after this, so that's what we're going to do coming up next in a couple of weeks. We're going to go back to doing, we have a big thing planned for X-Men because I know everybody likes the X-Men stuff. So we're going to go back and do some X-Men things, hit up some of those and go back to verses. We're just trying to pan out how we're going to do the verse thing. So this week we're going to do Boba Fett books, which should be okay.
Tonight we're doing Boba Fett books.
Where the hell is this under? Okay.
I don't know. What's your feeling on the matchy X-Men uniforms? Are you pro or con?
I hate them.
Here we have apparently, I don't know why they're radical, but the headline said radical new X-Men. I mean,
is that what they're radical, huh? I mean, I don't know. Radical. I don't think they're radical either. I think they suck.
They look pretty, they work. They're fine.
Really? You really like them?
No. I'm not saying that I like them. I'm just saying they're not terrible. It's just, it is what it is. But I'm not a big matchy guy. I liked when, the 90s X-Men, when they had their own things.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I mean, what do you think about Strong Guy? Whatever.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. He's just wearing a black shirt. I mean, it's fine.
Okay.
I like it better than the 90s jacket they had him wear forever. You know what I mean? With the pads and everything.
I always think they give him like the most opportunity to be a good character, and then they kind of like handicap him at all points.
Yep. With a weird ass haircut, or at least the way some artists drew him with the weird baby
like
knot.
The top knot thing and everything else. So
yeah, so I don't know. But I think this is I don't know if this is March or April, but this Secret X-Men book is where we're going to see these black and gold, I guess, outfits
What the
or
heck?
something. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
But New Mutants, we're going to get your favorite Magic versus the Goblin Queen apparently coming up for a big throwdown in
Really?
New Mutants 5.
I love Magic. I mean, I really do love her, and I think they need to do like 100 times. That's why I'm having a problem. All right, I finally figured out how to use this. I love Magic. The Goblin Queen is kind of like a great storyline from the past. So I think, I mean, +2, like, I mean, just look at the book. Just look at the covers.
This book has got a lot of covers. I only put a couple in here, but they're pretty good. Like this Dan Panosian's pretty good. I don't think that's a ratio. I think this one is the cover A. And then I don't know what this one is, but this one looked good too.
All right.
There's a few. Then the art term is like the little snippet in the background. There was
think that she loses a little bit of clout because of the do you think she loses a little bit of clout because of what they did to her on like the TV
in the movie
thing?
Yeah, maybe a tiny bit, but it wasn't. I don't know. The movie just felt undone. Like I don't know. It wasn't.
Yeah, that's
awful. It wasn't good. It was just kind of.
Yeah, it was like they just need to get something out at a certain point.
It felt like a pilot for a TV show that never continued. Is what it felt like.
I wouldn't say you're wrong. I think it'd be hard to say that you were.
And then we've got Thor 24, which is actually Legacy Thor, I think 750. So it's a big Thor anniversary. So they're bringing back a lot of Thor creators to work on the book. You're getting Straczynski, Walt Simonson, and the like. So you're going to get a lot of creators doing this special Thor 750. I don't know. Could be cool. I mean, everybody's celebrating their 60th anniversary this year.
Are you actually reading Thor anymore?
Well, it's Kate's. Yeah, the God of Hammers. Remember last week, everybody was rushing out to go buy 1 in 25 for the God of Hammers.
Come on, they weren't reading the book. They were just going out there to buy.
I'm still I will admit I'm not reading it, but I'm still getting it. I do want to read it, but there's just so many comics. We're doing so much stuff. I just don't have enough time in the day.
Right.
I try to read what I can. It's hard enough keeping up with Star Wars stuff, and usually I'm at least a week behind anyway.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like they have to somehow catch. Like, I don't know. They got to figure something out because they're dumping too much stuff on us at this point. I wonder if it's watering it down.
Well, as I said, it's the 60th anniversary for everybody, in Marvel at least, because it's 2022. So everything's coming back from milestones and everything. And one last return. Speaking of returns, I really I'm not looking forward to this, but apparently John Romita Jr. is coming back to Spider-Man in April, right ahead of the 900th issue, I guess. And this is also Spidey's, anniversary. I just don't care. I'm just not a big JR guy anymore.
Yeah.
He had a decent run for a while there, but eventually the stuff just got so bland.
Well, it's the same all the time. Like eventually you got to
everything just looked the same. Like everybody had the same big square jaw, big square head, and it just got boring to look at. Worked for Daredevil, but it started to stop working for me.
Well, I hear you.
Apparently back in April.
All right. Cool. All right. Anybody excited about that in the chat? Anybody?
And that's what I got for you this week.
There is one other thing I want to touch base on because we kind of hinted on it the other day on the Star Wars show, but then we got some more news on it. Pete, what I was trying to do is get the picture into the layover. I sent it to you in your just so they know what book we're talking about here.
I got
it to your hangout real quickly. But like last week we were doing stuff. I said, the Sprouses and this and that and the other thing. Well, the Sprouse FOC came out Tuesday in the morning, and obviously that hit pretty big because it's going to have if you guys haven't heard yet, the Mando and the Grogu cover, and that caused like a panic of people trying to send reorders out. Now, with that being said, as you know, I get all the covers and I get duplicates, so I already have 2 coming. But then it was a frantic in the morning when we saw the cover to try to get covers for everybody.
I was going to try to go to the shop today.
Morning, as soon as I saw the cover, I sent it to you guys. I actually clipped a rough cut and it's got markers because I was flicking it over from screen to screen and touching it. Try to get these. Now, this is the thing that I'm going to tell you about it real quickly. one out of two things. One, expect unless they reopen FOC at this point, expect your orders to get canceled. So it doesn't matter because I know for a fact that there's two places that all they do is pre-orders, and then all of a sudden they decide to try to pre-order a bunch more, and that everybody who tried to reorder was allowed to reorder. But the numbers on the reorder are very high. And if you remember a month ago, and this is where the sticky point might get into it, Marvel said that they all the Sprouses are under allocation if they feel that they have a paper issue. So that's exactly how they get out. And we have some of the top retailers in the industry right now. Yes, this one right here. Complain. Now, why it is because obviously this is going to be the first comic book cover with Grogu on it and Mandalorian. And I know that they've already showed up in a magazine, but this is also why I bring it up is because this is play into some of our ranking later on the tier list of Boba Fett. So get ready for that because I can't wait for that argument to happen too.
Yeah, all right, so Grogu, right? This is Mando too, or Din.
Yeah, that's what I said, Mando and Grogu. Yeah. So just wait, and if we hear an update, because we do have our phone or ears, we talked a lot of people today, a lot of people, a lot of dealers, a lot of store shop owners, and everything else. And like I said, there's a lot of them that are giving an earful out there. And if it does open back up, I'll let you know. What?
I'm just saying. Did you see what Wayseeker said?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like some of those sites, that's not they like. What I'm saying is, I would be very completed. I'd be very careful with the pre-sales because the numbers of pre-sale books that are out there have already far exceeded the amount of copies that were originally supposed to be printed.
But yeah, I was good. That was the only reason I was going to go to the shop today, but I just didn't have time because I was getting stuff ready for tonight, so I had to skip it. So
already 10,000 of readers.
I think I ordered one. I think I should be getting it in the mail. I ordered it online. I think I ordered from Midtown. So I hope to be getting it this weekend, but we shall see.
I mean, we cannot call into the show yet. You can submit a video though if you like, and we'll review it. But the Russians somehow can call into the show.
There they are. You got it. Or you want me to get it?
Yeah, I definitely did suggest everyone to get their Sprouse covers, and then people were like, "Yo, you didn't tell me to get the Sprouse cover because it's got it on it," and I was like, "Yo, okay, I thought I did." I mean, 2 shows, I do what I do, but if I miss some of you, I'm sorry that I missed some of you on that one. Also, too, I hope you all grabbed that 125 today for Star Wars. We'll talk more about that on the Sunday show.
That's why I placed a Midtown order. When you said that, I was like, well, let me go see if I can buy that off of Midtown. So I was like, you know what? I did.
Yeah, so I mean, hey, let's just sit back and relate. Like, not everybody, please, no more messages. And if I could get it, listen, if I had 500 copies in reserve, I would have already given them to all you guys. Okay, we're gonna see what happens, and when they reopen the FOC, then I'll let you know real quickly, and then everybody can get copies. I mean, it's rare that it happens, but if it's not, then everybody's getting screwed because you know who they're allocating to, and it ain't to Billy Bob ordering on internet sales for eBay stores. It's not them. They're going to allocate that to their top 5 brick and mortar freaking accounts because they pull in a shit ton of comics, and all the rest of us are going to. So all those $350 a piece today. Yeah. Good luck. I mean, that's just so you know. I mean, it's cool. I mean, yeah, it's a real good uproar, but it also hurts comics. And then when people are like, "I can't believe this was canceled," yeah, where do you think they got it from? It's 3 days. It's like reorder. It's the last day for reorder today, and reorder. People have been reordering them since Tuesday morning.
Yeah,
reorder doesn't guarantee you, and I don't think some of these people know it online. Reorder doesn't guarantee you're getting the books.
You get it. It's not. They're not printing more for you right now.
I used to call it late FOC, and then Tony Fleece got mad at that. He goes, "What do you mean late FOC?" I'm like, "Well, it's late FOC. You late to FOC, you order them." He's like, "That's not." I was like, "Yeah, we'll see." Well, we'll see. This might be late FOC, but from what I hear, we've got people behind the scenes working. Not me personally, but there's a lot of people behind the scenes working on opening up the FOC to extend the FOC one more week. We hope that happens. So let's look. If that happens, it's going to come out. They'll come out Saturday. They'll have late FOC on Saturday and then Sunday for it. So just keep your ears to the street. Then watch the IG because I won't be as lady. I was just trying to make funny memes, so I didn't have time to be posting the drama. I thought everybody already heard about the Sprouse thing. I didn't got time to be. Why did you supposed to be? You should have told me. You could. By the time you asked me to tell you to order the Sprouse, I already told you earlier in the week, and it's past.
Watch the show. Just watch the shows.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. What do you want me to do about that, bro? Like that ain't me. Anyways, all right, cool. So PSA for the day. Let's go over.
I do got some games we can go through before the guys.
Yeah. JJ should be coming up, but he did create a little deck, so I hope.
Yeah, it'll go quick. There's not a lot for it.
Oh, you found? I love that 83 Ewok stuff. Yeah. That all the little toy things.
Yeah. Well, for this, Take-Two apparently buying Zynga for $12.7 billion. $12.7 billion for a mobile gaming company.
So everybody can play Farmville now. What is it? Are we buying MySpace next?
I don't know. Well, I actually do play a Zynga. I play the Harry Potter puzzle game. So there's that one. I guess
we're gonna get the phone. We just got a Facebook page, by the way. We just got a Facebook page. Sign up to the Rennavision Facebook page.
Oh, and then, if enough people do, I'll pay attention to it. But I feel, let's try. Let's try to broaden our horizons. Did you see the trailer for this game? I'm not a big mobile, multiplayer online battle type gamer, but this looked decent at least. The cinematic trailer.
I don't play a ton of mobile games either, because what happens is then you get stuck in front of your phone, right? So I try.
No, not mobile. I'm sorry, not mobile games. The online, like the battle, like the League of Legends or whatever, like that type of stuff.
No, no. I was too busy watching crappy programming
me too. But it still looks pretty decent here. Even though the trailer was all cinematic stuff, which always looks, I looked at some of the gameplay. Like, all right, kind of looks like a little bit of a Destiny type of
not bad
magic and technology mix kind of thing. Yeah, pretty standard stuff, but still, thought it was kind of cool. And apparently there was a tease that's again more Fortnite news, even though I don't play Fortnite. That Green Goblin and Mary Jane are gonna show up apparently in the Fortnite gaming universe.
Hopefully this gets more people out of the game I play. Then you just got to go, kids. Little squeakers.
They're not playable characters. Apparently they're NPCs. So like Mary Jane is gonna sell you like web shooter stuff. So it's a way that they can make money. So you're gonna go find Mary Jane so you can go, I guess, spend money to buy special web shooter bullets or something.
Awesome. I wonder if some of these kids' parents actually know how much they spend on that, or they just don't care because it's the cost of doing business. Like they just obviously don't want to spend time.
I don't care. It's
like, oh, they're out of my hair. Okay, $100 in web swingers. Like, I don't understand it, but like, at least they haven't asked me for an Oreo.
This is kind of old news, I guess. The old Spider-Man game. Apparently, somebody found a glitch where they could see the black suit that you could have had, but it's not actually in the game, but they glitched and got part of it. I don't know. Thought it was on just a mild little tidbit. Just like we're getting another South Park game.
Nice.
I'm surprised that this is still on, actually.
What's that?
I'm surprised South Park. Like, don't you find it odd that it's still on?
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember when it started when I was in college. Like, as a little kind of goofy thing, and then it became a show. And not to say that it's not good. I don't watch it, but the other games are kind of fun, kind of funny. So maybe the new one will be funny.
Did you play any of these games?
A little bit, not like a ton, but I played like a tiny bit. But they just kind of do takeoffs on the whole. Well, at least the Stick of Truth was kind of a Lord of the Rings thing, and then the Fractured Butthole was kind of like an Avengers kind of takeoff thing.
Yeah.
Just kind of fun, but they put it in their universe, so that I always like a little parody, a little homage. It's always good, like a Simpsons episode too.
Okay.
What else do I got for you? I guess the best trilogy, the Ezio Assassin's Creed trilogy, is coming to the Nintendo Switch.
Should I buy a Nintendo Switch? What's the advantage of buying a Switch? I don't understand.
I don't know. My son likes it. I got it for my son for his birthday this year.
You could just play. It's just you don't have to play
it. He can play it like a handheld kind of thing, or he can play it on the television.
Yeah, but
so
I don't like control, so it's not a real controller. It's those side things, right?
Yes. They are real controllers, but they attach to almost like a little tablet. But then the tablet is also the machine, so when you dock it You play it on the television, and you can take the controllers to build out a whole control. There's a whole lot of accessories and stuff that go with it. But
All right, I'll stay clear
it
of that.
seems to like it. Mario Karts and Mario games. Everything's Mario right now. But I might get this for myself. When he goes to sleep, I can just take his Switch and start playing again.
Yeah. All right, cool. That's good.
And I think finally we might be getting news on another Mario Kart. Maybe.
Do we need another Mario Kart?
I don't know. It's been forever since they had a new one.
Yeah, but the old ones are still good.
Yeah, like they are. Yeah. This was my son's favorite game, playing Mario Kart 8. But apparently that game was 2017. 2017. And even that, when I was reading up on it, was just a remake of the Wii U version from 2014. So it's not really a new game for like almost 10 years.
Yeah. The Wii U version was good too because they gave you the steering wheel.
Yeah, that's what this is. It's just basically the same version.
Yeah.
But no, apparently there's going to be a Mario Kart 9, and they're going to add some new stuff. I don't know. Who knows? But I thought it was interesting enough to just throw it in the little mini section for gaming news. That's it.
Joe got jokes. Joe got real big jokes.
Yeah.
All right.
You're on, Joe.
Well, we will try to do a spoiler-free as much as we can. The one of the boys in. We're not going to do a ton on this, unfortunately, because we'll get the big Sunday breakdown. We'll destroy it then. We'll get it going. Did either one of us pull JJ's thing and put it in here? No.
I have it somewhere on my computer, but I don't have it in the thing. But don't we want to wait for them?
Oh, I was going to do it so that they get a fresh opinion on Sunday for the full breakdown. Well, Jedi's here anyways.
I was going to say, I thought we were going to do our spoiler free version together.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be hard to do spoiler free with 6 people. Jedi, what do you think about that?
We're not going to have 6. We've got Jedi. 3.
Jedi. Okay, well, we'll see if Jedi comes back. We'll remove until he comes in. Jedi. Oh, there's Jedi.
Popping up there.
There you go, Jedi. Jedi said last time that spoiler free was hard. We're going to try to do spoiler free, and I just think that just kind of how the chat went earlier today, which was just a couple people making comments, mainly me, that would be a good Sunday because we can't do all that stuff with that. So we'll give you a little taste, but for the most part, there's Dom too. Okay, well,
as you get everybody set up, I can get JJ's.
JJ's. Okay, we're going to try to do spoiler free. We have one little point I guess we can talk about that is spoilerific, I guess. Do we put this in here or no? Do we not? Yeah, we're not going to do it.
Oh, the spoiler video?
No, the spoiler part. All right.
Yeah, we're not doing spoilers. We don't need the spoiler thing.
All right. I thought we were going to show one scene so that they could spoil that little part.
Oh, the
with the thing in the thing.
So what's up, gentlemen?
What's going on, Dom? What's going on, Jedi? Overall, this episode was a piece of crap.
Tell us what you really think.
It was terrible. It was like I said in the chat. If I wouldn't
look on Dom's face when you said that, it's just.
I wouldn't have had to talk to people about this episode. I wouldn't have watched it.
I'm going to say one thing about it.
Other things.
It wasn't the most favorable one. I can honestly say that it really. It was bad writing. It was building up to be something really good, and it kind of was let down because the whole thing with Black K.
No spoilers. Time out. He's gonna get muted.
You didn't give anything away, but just
I'm just saying. It was a mislead to what could have possibly been.
That's not even the worst part. The worst part is this. Here we go. 36 minutes 55 seconds.
What do you 36-55 seconds?
That's how long the series.
That's how long it was.
Yeah.
It ended, and I was like, what? That's it?
18 minutes, because 18 minutes and 43 seconds was straight hot trash garbage. And there's nobody to blame besides everybody's favorite, Johnny Boy, because he wrote that. And the directing isn't great.
Yes, the directing is terrible. Don't let Robert Rodriguez.
I'm not giving Rodriguez anything. But if it's strong writing, it could have saved some of this episode. But the writing of this episode was so bad. Dude, they literally had it's a Walmart chase scene of fucking people in little fucking kitty Vespas against an old man in a rascal. That's fucking 18 minutes of the show. There you go. Enjoy that. That's what you
got.
got.
8 minutes of it, but that was terrible.
Well, it was 10 minutes and 30 seconds of it. So
well, look, let's put it this way. There
10
was
minutes, 30 seconds.
a bunch of good
Walmart chase scene.
a bunch of good scenes that
Oh.
move the stories forward. But
no, actually it didn't. This part right here, if they developed on this part, this right here, showed it. He had to show up to all the places that are those little dots. Would have developed.
He was laying out how the city was chopped up.
Actually, the only thing is the one thing that this show gets shit on, and I was defending for the longest time, the flashbacks was the only good part of this show, really. The only part that they didn't mess up was the flashbacks. Can we all agree on that?
yes,
Jedi?
Yeah, that's why I blame JJ for this. I blame JJ for all of it.
I warned you. I warned you last week, especially on the Sunday show. I warned you. You better watch out what you're asking for. They gave you what you wanted. Oh, and they redid this again. How many times do we have to see this scene?
Yeah, they just reshowed it.
Yeah, I get it. You didn't use the thing, but they just reshowed it again. It was recycled. So that right there is another 30 seconds. So let me add that on to the 8:43 of crap they had. We're now at 18:73, 18 minutes and 73 seconds. That's more than a minute.
You said you like the flashback bits, though.
Right. Good. Flashbacks. 19:13 of garbage. 19 minutes and 13 seconds of garbage.
And well, here was my problem with the.
Don't get me started.
I know you said the flashback was a good bit. I was like, but I still had a problem with the flashback because there was a long ass stretch with us watching him ride this goddamn bantha. Like he was just riding it. I know that's an old West trope where he's there on the horse, but there was no change in scenery. He was just moving really slow, and we're just watching him go.
Yeah, you should not let him ride shit unless it's called Slave One or Boba Fett thing, or use the backpack. That's it. That's all he can ride from now on. And if you let him ride anything else, zero. It just flat out. And by the way, just because they made sparkly fucking dude Batman doesn't mean you need to incorporate that bullshit into Star Wars.
We didn't even get to that.
That whole thing is garbage. That's garbage.
So I'm just going to say, because I don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say.
I don't either. This guy going off with sparkles.
But just to kind of tell, I'm making a list. You can't see it. It's on the other side. So no spoilers. I'm making a list of everything that I did not like about this show. And I've only watched it one time, and I've already got like almost a full page. So
yeah, and I mean, honestly, I've been the biggest defender, or at least like, let's like, it's good. Keep giving us these. They're fine. Keep going. So it's not like I've been dogging this show the whole time, but this, I am not lying when I'm telling you this. I watched it early this morning.
Well,
I stopped it.
Look, I watched it this morning at 3:00 in the morning when it dropped.
Well, I'm sorry that you did that, sir.
And
I'm sorry for you.
I'll be honest, though, the shortening of the episode, which was, it should have been longer. That was one of the biggest tropes that I have with this. And the episode, even though the way it turns out, if there was something more, if we got something towards
no, you don't get, you in a TV show, you do not get to waste 18 minutes of any show. I don't care how long it is. You don't get to throw away 18 minutes of a show and then say, well, if they gave us a little bit more. No. And that's 18 minutes, a straight 18 minutes they could have cut out. I'm telling you, there's parts like even around right here in this scene that they did.
Well,
we're not
save it for Sunday.
We're not watching.
So I am optimistic, right? So
I'm not
worse than this.
They got the dud out of the way.
Yeah,
and Dom has guaranteed us that the next 4 are just straight fire.
He said that for every episode.
Call Dom.
They
don't just give out the name Dom to anybody. He knows somebody, and he's telling us the next 4 are straight fire. That was the dud. We're going to talk about it. We're going to beat the hell out of it, and it's over, right? Right, Dom? Right?
I will tell you this: they ruined so many.
Look,
they destroyed.
I'll be honest with you. I actually like her character.
Can you explain? Well, I gotta say.
I'll tell you one thing about her.
No, they didn't do good on her character. Okay, hit. Okay, wait. We'll only go for 2 more minutes.
That show Yellow Jacket on Showtime, which is a really good show if you're not watching it. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I agree. The one thing I'll agree with, the only thing I'll agree with what Dom said, and Jedi said, yeah, I do agree. I think it can't get worse. It literally cannot get worse. And by the way, I'm not just saying this and then like, yo, I'm shitting on it like I'm Overlord, Clownfish, Meg, Theory, Star Wars, whatever. I actually do have ways that they could have easily written in here to fix those problems. And we'll hear it on Sunday.
They could have fixed a lot of, and that's why I blame directing.
No. It was the writing.
You don't know for certain how closely they stuck to a script that was written.
How they
You don't know how closely
how they wrote the characters. They failed the characters. Multiple characters are failures where they had great opportunities to be. I don't think. And please, for the love of Christ, stop taking stuff out of the original 3 movies and making it different in any way. In any way. If you want to bring Max Rebo back and have him play in a fucking band, go ahead. If you want him to come over and have fucking feet and dance and all of a sudden do the Mamba and be a bounty hunter, get the fuck out of here. Don't do it. And what you did in this movie with Sparkles McTitbags and all that other bullshit that Rodriguez and John did, where they brought that bullshit in, get it out of here.
See,
nobody knows right in the middle of filming Spider-Man when he wrote this. I don't know.
He must have been in the middle of, I don't know shit about Star Wars. This showed it. This is the resistance of fucking Star Wars right here. I'm actually going to go back and watch episode 12 so that this isn't the shittiest thing I've seen in Star Wars ever. So I can go, oh, wait, I forgot. 12.
What episode 12 are you talking about?
Episode 12 of the movies. The movies.
You mean 9?
You mean 9?
Well, whatever the fuck it is, the one that sucks, the one that I can't ever watch.
Yeah, 9. You're getting a whole extra trilogy.
Oh man, yeah, this is so bad. I had 3 more shitty ass trilogies to it. I mean, dude, it was so bad.
Look, it's the funny thing is that you talk about how bad it is.
Yeah,
I looked at multiple places, and they actually gave it like 8 out of 10. They said that the big issue.
Who gives a shit what they gave it?
Wait, they said that the biggest issue was how long the episode was. That wasn't
my biggest issue with this because,
like
Mark
said, I know there's a lot.
Not great.
It's almost people to go back and watch Star Trek because this shit. I'd never say not my Star Wars, but this shit ain't Star Wars. What they did here was all types of Sparkle the Vampire, all types of Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse. They fucking threw it Back to the Future.
Nobody knows what you're talking about with the Sparkles thing, but you can't explain it without spoiling things.
People know Vampire Sparkle button. What happens? They know. They watch
color. Too many colors.
Fuck the colors. The writing. The writing, dude.
Well, the colors were a problem too. Well, it wasn't even the colors. Why? How the hell are they so shiny?
Well, look. Think about this. When we saw Phantom Menace, the ships, how clean and nice the ships were compared to the future when we saw New Hope. Think about that.
Yeah, when they went back and remastered New Hope, they fucked it up. Don't do it. That's what they did with this. Well,
yeah.
What? They do that shit. They put Vespas. It was one thing when they were messing around and they were putting the Boston Mechanics shit into this, they were using real life fucking
the robots. Yeah.
That's one thing you want to do in the background scene. But you took fucking Vespas and you put Vespas. But shit, I fucking got a Vespa. My Vespa at least will go fucking 60 because you fucking
didn't like Luca. They had the Luca Vespas. You didn't like, Senor Vespa.
Yeah. No, Dom, I love your positivity, but like you got to call a fucking turd a turd.
I'm not giving it. Look, the first 2 episodes, I gave.
But what you're saying it.
This I'm giving about a 7 out of 10 and a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
Wait, I'm giving it 7 out of 10 because the couple of great little tidbits they had in it.
Not
what was that old joke.
That makes no sense.
Oh, the food is terrible. Yeah, and such small portions.
Yeah, it was bad. The servants
like you're asking for more, and I'm like, more than what.
I'm in denial. Please.
Their ice was cold, but the ice was cold in my drink.
But even the good things that they did in here, they messed them up. That's
in the beginning, the first 7 minutes to 10 minutes, not the Tuscan part, not the flashback. The flashback, don't touch it. Okay, I'll give you the flashback is good. Okay, I'll give you that. But even with that, Pete made a good point. He was fucking in the desert humping an animal for fucking 5 minutes.
Realistically, they only gave us like 4 minutes of that.
Why the fuck was he riding that?
And it was
they
good. Like
that
like
scene,
you know, wasn't
that scene was so long. That scene of him riding in the desert was so long. It got me to thinking, damn, that bantha must be really hot underneath all that hair. That's how long that scene was.
No, wait a minute.
It got me caring about is that bantha.
He said this is the best episode ever. He said this is the best episode. I go, yo, about this. He goes, oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I got it.
I talked myself down from that one too.
Yeah. I think he was just trying to see if he could do me riled up.
It was the best in terms of the flashback. Wasn't 20 minutes, but you had a problem with the long bantha walk across the desert. But when the kid was dragging him and the Rhodian across the desert in the first flashback scene, that was like 10 minutes, and we didn't have a problem with that.
Yeah, no,
that made it seem though like they were going a great distance. They gave us a change of scenery, like the ground was
he had a speeder bike. He just used 20 of them. He had a bazillion speeder bikes, and he's going bum bum bum. I do everything about that. Now that I will blame on the director. Okay, so the director gave no help there, but there is serious problems in writing here. There is serious problems in writing.
There are, but
that's the problem.
Changing the direction.
JJ Paul, good point. All these people are always like in John and in Dave we trust, but do know like John's writing ain't the best. Go look at his credits for writing; they're never usually pretty good. And this is an example of man, the director wasn't good. He couldn't fix it. He couldn't fix it. The writing was. Oh my God, the writing was just so poor.
Is this the act of that the writing on the paper looks so much better than the actual product type of thing?
No.
Well, I think it was they kind of gave him a blank check. He even gets the created by credit at the end.
Which means that like
so they gave him so much leeway that I think there's no checks and balances. Notice when it says written by, it's just written by Favreau. There's no
that's why
writer. There's nobody else credited.
That's why I hate to I would love to blame this on Rodriguez. Like, just give him the L, and he gets the L. Yeah. He gets the L, but executive producing, executive director, creative, and written by your boy Johnny. And you know what that means.
I know what you're. I know what you're saying.
You know what that means. You get an L. He gets another L. Put L's on that dude's name for this. Like, look, it's okay. Everybody takes an L every once in a while. But the unfortunate part is it doesn't. We got
to do this on Sunday. We got to do this on Sunday because
I just don't see. I'm worried now that it's not going to get better.
Don't worry. Like we don't. Well, we do have. Well, we got to worry because we do have one more Robert Rodriguez episode.
This episode right now took me from the most like I was getting texted before we
went live. We talked about this. Before we went live. There were a couple of things that you have issues with that we didn't get to because of spoilers that are completely because of director choices. We'll just say skipping and maybe even your Vespa. Your Vespa scene could have been done well if given to a capable director.
No, because the start of that
scene, to a seascape could be exciting if given to a proper director.
The Vespas weren't going to link up and become Voltron.
Ridiculous.
The whole start of the scene, the whole start of the Vespa, how it started off was bad. The actual whole part, I'll explain why.
Go Power Rangers!
When I rewrite the episode on Sunday, you will see that.
I know we're avoiding spoilers, so I don't want to go into it. But there's what's the old Sesame Street rhyme? Like one of these things does not belong. One of these things is not like the others.
One of these is not like the other.
When you get to those characters, you're gonna figure out who I'm talking about. Let's put it that way. Like this, it didn't belong.
I just think that they actually had an opportunity.
I don't think any of them belonged.
That's writing. That's not directing. He wrote those characters to be like that.
I thought I was watching a different sci-fi movie
because I actually wasn't going to let people go. Everybody was like,
Calvin Klein being played in a sandy desert atmosphere.
Everybody was like, character we showed, yeah, she's Boba Fett's daughter. And I was like, no, it isn't, because if you look at the casting thing, how that lady was acting, how she was directed to act, was exactly what her casting call described her to be as a character in there, and it is not good. Not good. Yeah. He had so many. Listen, John has executive decisions over this. He's watching. He's literally sitting right next to Rodriguez doing this. If he doesn't want a character to look or act a certain way, he can be like, "Yo, how about you do this?" which is what he was doing with Dave to help him out. And by the way, that's what John's good at. John really is good at directing.
He probably didn't want to mess with Robert Rodriguez and second guess because he is a more established director in the world of Hollywood. He has an entire channel of his own, the El Rey Network. Like, he's not going to correct him as a director.
I think this is how John wrote the characters. And as he wrote these characters, because JJ brought up something very good after I talked him down on the ledge of giving this a 9 out of 10, he brought up some very good points. And when he brought up those points, I was like, I didn't even think about that in this aspect of it, that is 100% a writing issue. If you're going to put L's, you definitely give Rodriguez an L for this, but you better sure put one on John too. You can't let John get away with that. I mean, come on.
I'm not. You're taking it as I'm trying to give him a pass. I'm not giving him a pass. You're giving too much of a pass on Rodriguez because
no, Rodriguez. John.
He shat the bed. This
was Rodriguez without spoiling though. Like
this was.
I mean,
I literally saw Jawas outrun the cars during that chase scene. I saw the Jawas were walking faster down the sidewalk.
Are we gonna bring all the Reservoir Dogs in next too? By the way, is this what we're fucking doing now? We're gonna have.
Don't bring up Reservoir Dogs. This has nothing to do with Tarantino. Stop putting Robert Rodriguez in with Tarantino like the same guy.
Good luck with that one. Spoiler alert.
At the end of at the end of every Mandalorian season and whatnot, they'll Disney Plus will put out those making of where the directors are sitting around a table and they're pointing.
Yeah.
Good job. I think they're going to completely ignore this episode.
No, they better not.
Out into a
They better not.
They better not.
We need that episode. Yeah. Jedi, we need that episode to settle this debate whether it was the writing or the directing that was the problem. We need that behind the scenes.
Well, you're right, and I really kind of want to see that episode. I'm kind of making light of it, but I do want to see it because I want to know what went on during that conversation because I'm kind of in camp. I'm in Camp Marco. I kind of think this is a Favreau issue, and I just want to see if Rodriguez kind of pushed back in here, like, what? You want us to do what?
Oh, no, Rodriguez didn't push back.
Favreau's like, yeah, you're going to do it.
Well, look at it this way. If you want to know writing versus directing issue, I think both are to blame. Maybe even,
I agree.
I don't know about one more than the other. We'll debate that on Sunday, I guess.
Yeah, we can debate that on Sunday.
If you want to know what it was envisioned as when Favreau was writing it, look at the concept art. The concept art is not far off from what you see on the screen.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's almost
got John Favreau turning around saying, I got a fever. It's calling for more cowbell, baby.
I think they're both going to turn around and point the finger at Kathleen Kennedy. That's what I would do. I would have like a little guy, a little huddle, and be like, all right, when this topic comes up, we all just look at Kathleen Kennedy and be like,
I'm willing to bet
that American Graffiti and Lucas is.
I'm willing to bet they're high-fiving because this is what happened. This is what happened in the universe of Star Wars because YouTube influencers got so many hits and could use content for 7 days between Boba Fett last week. They will not say a bad word. I guarantee it. They will not say a bad word of a single episode because why would they? It's their cow. Just like when they can use Kathleen Kennedy over and over again for shit she didn't do. You put Han on KK all day. I get that, and I don't know how. See, her name even got brought up on this stupid ass thing, which we're not even talking. But this has to be. It's not just the writing part of John. It's not just the writing part of John. He's the writer, executive.
I was gonna say I haven't watched a lot of the videos. I've just looked at a lot of the titles for some of the videos of some very well viewed Star Wars critiquers or whatever you want to call them, viewers, assessors, etc. And most of them are saying, I didn't like this. Now, I haven't actually watched the video, I will confess, but the titles indicate they're not liking this thing much.
Really?
Episode 3.
I'd be surprised. I do look over the titles just so that we can see if we can steal stuff to get it, and usually we can't use anything for any of these titles. But a lot of them was like, oh my God. Yeah, great reaction. I'm like, what are you guys great reacting to? Like this, but then again,
I was most disappointed that my fantasy game prediction.
Yeah,
I knew it was coming.
I was preoccupied.
Because I actually don't think it is. And I talked to Pete this ahead of time because I did slow down and look through some of the things. I think, and I've talked to you, JJ. You know what my opinion is on this, and I still think it's still. Listen, some of the stuff flat out, but there's one part that I think we both kind of got right. So, Hey, what's up?
We can't talk
We're
fantasy
talking
without
fantasy?
giving stuff
We
away.
can't tell fantasy.
Yeah.
We can't tell fantasy.
Oh.
Yeah, because they'll spoil it. I'm just mad that outside of the flashbacks, yeah. I mean,
We're trying our best, Sean. We're trying our best.
Trying our best. We are. Yeah, I mean, like, the opportunity that this show at this point had to just blow the top off of it, like Dom says, like get better. Like all you people who are like, oh, that show is okay, but it's going to get better. Well, y'all were wrong. It didn't get better because we got this episode.
Well, all right, but before we go on into whatever else we're going to discuss, let's level set from Dom's 7 out of 10, and this is the worst thing in the world. And
it's not the
have
worst.
a little bit more of a
Worst.
happier medium, and just honestly say, you know what, this
Even
wasn't
Resistance.
the greatest episode. I will admit that, and I have a lot of problems, mostly with the direction, some with the writing.
Oh, not
But
skip
there
it.
were still good. There were good moments in here. There was still good stuff in here. I'm not canceling my Disney Plus subscription and walking away based
not
on
either.
this episode.
I'm not either, but in 38 minutes, and you got 6 minutes of good stuff out of 36 minutes and 55
more than
seconds.
6.
There's
There were several. I would say the moments that are, in my opinion, unredeemable far outweigh the moments that I'm like, okay, let's just see how this plays out. Because there were moments where I'm like, okay, but let's see how it plays out. And then there were moments like, ooh.
That's kind of how when Marco and I were talking before the show and chatting, we're like, that's kind of how it started off with me. I was like, it was average or so. And the more I kept talking about it, the more I like talked myself into like, wait a minute, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
This is bad.
That's actually almost bad. Dom, it's okay. It's gonna come. I just feel bad for Dom because he seems like, if he criticizes this episode, it's the end. But it's not. Like it's
They
okay.
still turn the ship. I mean,
Look, I can criticize things. Look, I'm already not liking. I like the evolution of where he's going, but I'm kind of back of my mind saying, please do not totally make it.
Oh, they're gonna do it.
Disney.
Oh, they already did. I know what you're worried about. You're waiting for him to heal up so he can go badass on everybody, but it ain't coming because
There's
that
no
ain't
overdrive. There's no Boba Fett
happening.
overdrive in this one, bro. Mm-mm.
Look, it's like he's like the old man, like just like good to the people. And that's the thing. Look, like I said, I'm always going to defend the fact that even as a bounty hunter, he had morals and he had he just had a code that he followed. He was working for shit people, Jabba, Darth Vader, and he did his job good to get that reputation of the greatest bounty hunter and the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy. And now the evolution's happening, and everybody goes through a change. I just hope that it's not a completely neutered job. I don't want him to be like go to the vet and get neutered. And that's
I think they already did.
Yeah, I just wish, like, I mean, I said it early on. I wish this was like the Shane story, right? Like when we were asking it'd be really cool if they did Shane. Which, if Shane was a ruthless person at one point. He was respected. He still played with the kid and everything else. This is like if they do that, like that vampire sparkle thing for all the people that watched it, and that's all I can say. If they do that. Oh, you think I'm going to lambast this episode? You better.
I got to watch it again because you've said that like several times, and I'm still not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
catch
watching it again.
Well,
what's the vampire movie I'm talking about?
Because he's going in a roundabout way. Jedi, I can explain it to you without giving it away. It's not really spoiling anything. Imprinting is what he's really connected to,
Okay.
which is part of the Sparkle stories. That's his.
Is that what it is?
For all of you who did watch the episode, you know what we're talking about. But if you didn't,
I said, complaining about that. Somebody said, that's the Sparkle guy you always complain that plays Batman. Because I was like, how am I going to say this without giving it away? They're like, the Sparkle guy you always complain about playing Batman. That's, I guess, how that movie worked. They did that or something.
No. Well, they did, but it wasn't Sparkle guy who did it. That had everything to do with the werewolves and Taylor Swift's.
I don't care. The point being, like, that's.
I can't remember.
I get it now. Okay.
That's just.
I got to stop now because I'm going to give it away.
We're eventually going to give something away if we keep going.
I can say one thing. It's not giving anything away. Looking at the show is a definitely misdirect on what people actually think.
It is not. Not anymore, Dom. Dom, I was all on your side. I'm
Telling you.
moving. I'm now no.
Look, as much as I'm hurting inside.
Did you want us to give ratings?
Oh yeah, we can give ratings here. That would be great.
Is that
Go
what
ahead,
you were getting at, Pete?
Pete.
Well, we can. I don't have any.
I didn't
we
know
don't
if
have
that's what
a-
you were getting at earlier.
Boy, who's Shark Boy was the one who imprinted.
How do we want to do it? Yeah, Shark Boy. That's it.
What's going on
That's
there?
who I was talking about.
Thank you, Dwayne.
What was his name? Taylor Lautner.
Yeah.
Or something like that, right?
Hold on real quickly. I was about to say this too. Yeah, like, is this episode the Jump the Shark episode, unfortunately? And I think
I don't think so.
I mean,
I
You
think
mean
can
episode
still
2
come
was
back.
Jump the Shark?
yeah, so two would be jump technically the end of
I do
episode 2.
have big worries. There is a big worry.
It's a lot,
that I
Jake.
have.
It's a lot, Jedi. Wait, it shows how old you are, buddy. There you go.
Happy days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Happy
Oh, yeah.
days. Sunday,
fun.
Tuesday, happy days. Happy days. All right, so okay, Pete, what do you got on this episode? Please, out of 10, I guess.
What are we
Jake
doing out of
got
10?
9.
Or are we doing
I
out of
don't
5?
know.
I'm at 7.
We used to
guess.
do everything out of 5.
Okay, do it out of 5. I want to do it out of 10 because I the number I want to give it is like
Do you want to go out of
No
10?
negatives.
If we do it out of 10,
All
I might be
numbers
able to
only.
report more accurately. If we're doing it out of 10, it's like a 3.5. I
Jedi. What
was
do you got?
very disappointed with bits of it. I'm concerned
good.
about the future of certain things, but there were still some parts that I like. So I'm not going to say it was terrible, but it was definitely overall, again, because of the direction. Because even your problems with some of the writing, dialogue aside, plot-wise, it still could have worked as far as the plot goes if it was directed better.
That's a cool. That is a cool shirt. Dom.
Oh, that
Very
is.
cool.
That is.
Mega
pretty
fan.
cool. But I'll go 3.5 out of 10. If we have to go out of 5, I guess that's what, 1 3/4, almost a 2.
I'm not gonna have a heart attack, so I take my heart medicine before the show. All right, Jedi. What do you got?
You are the reason why I drink.
Well, I mean, I'm copying off Pete's homework a little bit. I'm giving it a 3. I still hold on to a little bit of hope that this was just a dud. It's past. I don't want to say why without really. Well, it could be more than a dud. It could be a dud with ripple effects. I don't want to say why. We can talk about that on Sunday.
Yeah, we will.
But
we
I'll
will.
give it a 3. I think they might be able to correct course a little bit, but not full back, not going back to where we wanted it to go. I think that there's no course adjustment for that.
Agreed. JJ.
I want to give it I want to go right there and give it a 2.5 or a 3, but I'm actually going to bump it up to a 4 and give it a bonus point for one reason only. And that reason is
Makes
I
me
requested shorter flashbacks or no flashback, and I got it. Much to my
That's why I'm bringing
regret,
you.
I got it. But I got to give them at least a little bit of a bump, I guess, for making my wish come true in that regard. But yeah, that's it.
All right, Dom. You got the most positive review, and then I'll just. Yeah.
Well, with the overall review on the episode, I know it wasn't the best. I know it kind of was hard to watch certain things, but there were a lot of good points that I pointed out that I sat there and I seen that I was excited about. Which, look, Boba Fett is always going to excite me because it's my character.
Yeah.
And this episode really didn't do justice of what the show can be really about. You know, and we were bound to get one of those episodes where it's kind of like, but I still have faith, man. That's my boy. Always will be. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. I definitely look, regardless of the fact of all the shit that was in it,
I'm
I'm
writing that
going.
down.
And
I'm writing that down because I'm going to go. I want your points. I want not right now because you're going to spoil stuff, but on Sunday. So you better get me 7 points of this
Okay.
TV show next Sunday. Okay. All right. This is a couple things.
Can we
Yes,
text Jen to get her score? Because I want to see if she's with Dom on this one.
who Jen? Yeah.
Yeah. See if I'll give it a
Just save the
five,
average, keep the average up.
You know what? I haven't talked to her this week because I just had a busy. Well, honest, I'll tell you this. One of the reasons why this show, and I'm not lying about this. This show ruined my day. The first thing I did,
Don't say.
I was thinking like, yo, man, I could get an extra half an hour of sleep, but you know what? I really want to watch that show. It's been good so far. It's been so good. Let me do it. And
So you know what's cool is actually not cool because I couldn't sleep afterwards. So some people out there still don't know. I live in Hawaii. I retired here after the military. So this show actually comes on not too late. It's on at 10 o'clock Tuesday night. So it's not like I have to stay up till 3 o'clock and watch it. So not that big a bummer, really. But it was such a letdown. I couldn't sleep afterwards. I mean, I was like
tossing and turning.
Dude, I was so excited. I was almost thinking like, yo, I'm going to stay up till 3 a.m. But then I got a message. I could have made it, but I had a message earlier in the night and they're like, yo, could you do some like charity pretty much? And usually I'm like, yo, on Wednesdays, it doesn't matter. That's my like day off where it's my day. Right. So I was like, and I asked my wife and I was like, okay, well, tell them as long as I sleep well, I will. Cause I figured I was going to try not to stay up till 3. So I did. I went to bed. And then at 5:30 in the morning, I was up because I was still so excited because I made it to 2:30, got a half an hour sleep. Then 5:30 was like, okay, I just got to watch it. And then maybe I can get to sleep. And then I could go do the charity work before I go to work. And, the same thing. I paused it. I literally paused it and was like, I wasted hours of sleep because I couldn't get to sleep. And then I couldn't stay asleep because I was so excited for this episode. And 20 minutes in, I was like, yo, what? This?
Hey,
what?
real quick.
I'm going to rank it. So you can score. It's a 1.5. It is a 1.5 out of 10, if that. And it's only because I'm trying to think if they didn't do one thing in the first 10 minutes, it probably would have got a 2. But since I'm going to put it back to 1. It's a 1 because they did do the thing. So it's a 1. They got 1 out of 10 on this.
Not to cut you off. Hey, Pete, can you bring up my cousin Dusty's comment about now? I kind of agree with that. And this maybe,
the frog one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a terrible episode in Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah.
It was awful.
I mean,
I hated it.
So listen, every TV show is going to have a bad go.
Yeah. This is the dud. I hope.
And you got to take the good. There's a dud episode.
I think it's worth it. Frog woman.
I don't care who you are. Game of Thrones. Pick your favorite TV show. There's going to be one episode out of a season, more or less, is not going to be the greatest, and you're going to have to just roll with it. And this, hopefully, was that episode.
That is true. That is very true. But what this episode did, however, is it set up things that I don't want to see going forward.
It could still be bad.
They moved a lot of, my biggest problem. And this is where I'm going to tell where my biggest problem is.
That's my concern.
They ruined like. You only get one shot of introducing characters or themes, right? You can kind of fix a theme later on. But what they did, they ruined. I can't even speak because I mean, if you've talked to me all day, you know I've had a bad attitude all day. And it's because of this. They ruined so much potential.
Well, that's where I kind of disagree with what Dusty said. I do agree with him that was a bad episode in Mandalorian season 2. I don't think that episode is going to have the ripple effects that this episode is going to have on the rest of the season.
Well, cross your fingers.
Well, look, this is my point of view. The Mandalorian, when they launched The Mandalorian, it was a hit off the bat because we didn't have Star Wars. It was the first TV show out there.
I don't know. People didn't think it was that big of a hit. It
was because it was a character that was similar to Boba Fett. It had characters that were similar to the original trilogy.
It did take time to build, though. It wasn't.
Yeah, it did.
It didn't come out with the biggest thing in the world.
This group,
Mandalorian audience.
I'll agree with what you're saying, Dom. I loved all of Mandalorian 1 and 2. I mean, I liked it all. So,
we are Star Wars guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think my lowest score on Mandalorian 2 was like 4 or 3 3/4. So, man, I liked all of it. So I get what you're saying.
Just a quick message to Darth Lopez, though. Isn't that why you call Marco, is to get screamed at? I mean, that's the whole.
Oh, a lot of times I'm usually giving advice and being kind of okay. I don't always mean, but I feel bad for every person I talk to today. I mean, I just.
We all should get a personal apology letter from Jon Favreau due to Marco's attitude.
Yeah, hey,
I apologize for
My apologies.
Marco in a bad
I
mood.
was like mad at it. I was like yelling in the chat, not even like using caps, just yelling in the chat for no reason. I ruined everybody's day. I was like, shit. I ate shit in my
Look,
Cheerios
and-
this morning.
Look,
How
you
am
have to
I doing?
understand. Stories are built. There's reasons for certain stories to be made. Yes, it could have been shit, but there's a reason that story was made. You have to really look into that, how the story pattern is made. There's a reason for that.
That's what I do, Dom. Have you heard the first two discussions? I mean, like, if anybody here, they're killing all the stuff, and I'm like, no. So look, man, I think I am usually, although I yell a lot, I'm usually the most calm and level-headed of this. I am telling you, this episode nothing ruins my day. Do you know? I wake up in a great. You see my lake? I love life. I love it every day.
Marco was so upset that his voice to text chats actually made sense today. That's how upset he was.
That's how upset I was. Absolutely.
I wish that were true, but it's true.
Yeah, that's not true at all.
They still
I got the new phone. This thing still doesn't work at all. I mean, I don't. Anyways,
We
All right,
better
let's
move
move
on before we let something.
yeah, we
slip
got to
that
move
we're not
on.
supposed to.
This is review.
Well,
Thanks, Matt. I hope you all enjoyed the spoiler-free review. For those of you that didn't watch the show yet, God bless you. Don't do it if you got something.
Hang in
important.
there, like that cat on the.
We talked
Posters.
about House 20. It hasn't been released yet with Amanda. We talked about it. We also talked about how like people are selling them and they don't actually have it. So watch out for the cancellations.
yeah, don't watch the pre-sale.
And there's a lot of hype about it being the FOC being
50
reopened.
bucks.
We'll know what's going to happen by Saturday if they're going to reopen the FOC, because the top 5 retailers per volume are very upset about this. And usually when those guys groan, you know what I mean. So
I'll say this much: if you just kept ordering all the Sprouts ones, you knew it was going to come up eventually. They've covered like every show and every moment in Star Wars history. So
that's why, like, I got to anyway. So
you knew it was coming.
I was supposed to have 4 of this one though, and they did. I went to the LCS today, and they're like, "No, we only did your regular 2." And I was like,
I see
ordered-
Hondo's
I
coming
ordered
next week.
3. I probably won't. I'll probably get
For
one.
real?
Probably.
Today is not the day, man. Today is not the day.
"Yeah." It was
I went to Midtown today. I went to Midtown today, and I spoke to him, and he goes, "Listen," he goes, "You can get as many copies as you want. That's if we have them."
Yeah.
He goes,
Oh yeah, but
If they get them, exactly.
I was
Because
like,
I'm gonna put a couple aside for you. He goes, well, I was asking for 5 because I have
yeah.
5 copies, but he goes, if I get 2, you got 2.
Nobody's gonna be happy. Everybody's gonna be shorted.
Yeah.
They're gonna get
Oh,
the number they want.
like they were saying, somebody was saying earlier on, somebody just sold 300 copies online.
That book is going to be
No,
a
no,
top
no,
10
no.
book.
A
Guaranteed.
pre-sold.
Pre-sold, yeah, and I'm like, that's cancellation. I mean, the amount that have pre-sold already outnumbers the amount that were actually supposed to be printed. Like, and then the reorders are like just calling up a couple people to see kind of what they did with their late FOC or their reorders. Like, yo, that number's so deep right now. Like, and Marvel has the buyout that they've already said the Sprouse is the first cover that gets allocated. So they already have it built in that they can allocate that cover if they want to. I just think I think the big 5 are going to get them, and we're going to get.
Well, look, this book, it'll be definitely a guarantee $30, $40 book when it does drop. And
Oh, I think it's going to be
it'll
more.
be
It depends. Well, it
it's
depends.
top 10.
It depends. If they reopen FOC, the reorder is going to be like 25 to 30K on this book. Just for
You know
that cover.
what would be hilarious is if they like stuck just like a totally random appearance in a book between now and then.
Yeah, that nobody knew about.
Nobody will care about the Sprouse cover anymore. It's like, oh crap!
I'm mad
There
they
it
did
is.
it on a Sprouse cover, by the way. Is anybody else mad they did it on a Sprouse cover?
Well, think about this.
Well, you knew it was coming on a Sprouse cover though. It's
I mean,
50 years of Lucasfilm. They've done everything.
Well, think about
Yeah.
this. The next couple, you're going to have Boba Fett and Fennec Shan. Fennec Shan is going to be hot because it's the first cover.
No, you're gonna have Jedi's favorite. I know he's not here. You're gonna have Visions.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Jedi, get ready for
Yeah.
the Visions cover.
But
buddy.
Tom is right. At one point, they're going to put Fennec Shan on the cover of a.
Well, we're getting Hondo, I think, next week, right?
Yeah.
On Afra. I think I saw Afra Sprouse is going to have Hondo on it.
Oh, probably for
In the
Rebels.
background, not like a full cover of Hondo.
Well,
but
he'd be
Well, I
Sprouse.
think after this
Oh,
week,
Galaxy's Edge, maybe.
when they start doing that, they're going to learn their. I mean, with just the amount of reorders I've heard has happened already, like, yo, and the amount of stuff. People ain't, there's people that are never going to be happy, but you're people who are usually happy when they start hollering at you and saying they're not happy. and they're telling everybody that they're not happy very loudly, that anybody can hear, it's like, yo, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Well, dude, there's only so much you can do, though. I mean, if they don't have them, they don't have them. It's just like I tried to go get the
on yet, dude. Are
Taco
you
Bell.
kidding
They
me?
didn't have them, so I couldn't try.
No.
Yeah, it's like when
You
your
can-
fast food
here it
place takes away the limited time sandwich.
Yeah,
The McRib comes off the menu.
Don't take that plate off. Don't take that
Dunkin'
plate off.
Donuts took away the
Keep
2 for
going.
2.
Keep going. Don't take that plate off yet. It's not finished printed yet. They're just in the first part of printing. So like they're don't take that plate off. So maybe all the reorders get hit and they don't reopen FOC. But like,
Well, if it sells enough, Marvel's gonna print a second print.
Yeah. well,
Be like
cover-
a Sprouse sketch cover or something. I don't know who the hell knows. But
Yeah, actually, you know what I'm surprised of?
no, they'll do
They
a
haven't
virgin
come out-
without the gold border.
Get him off Gideon already.
I'm very surprised they didn't come out with a facsimile Boba Fett, first appearance of Boba Fett. You know, they're making the reprints of the fact. They haven't
didn't they do a True Believers at some point?
Yeah, there's a true believer.
did?
for you.
I think they did. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe not.
if you're in the UK, you think you have the first appearance of them, so who knows? We'll get to that now. Let's get into ranking comic book.
Before we move on, just on something JJ just said with the facsimile. Can somebody explain to me how you can do variant covers on a facsimile reprint? Doesn't that defeat the whole purpose of what a facsimile reprint is? Isn't a facsimile reprint supposed to be the identical version of what this book is?
As soon as you put True Believer, a different price tag on it.
No.
it's different.
I'm not talking about the
No,
True
he's talking
Believer.
about actual.
I'm
facsimile.
talking about the actual them selling it as the
like
facsimile.
the Edge
yeah,
of
yeah.
Spider-Verse 2 facsimile.
Exactly. The Edge of Spider-Verse 2, where there's store variants for a facsimile reprint.
Yo,
Makes no sense.
you don't want to start talking about reprints
Money.
versus first prints and what an actual publishing print happens, because in comic books, this shit ain't even close to what the literary word calls any of this shit. First appearances,
Not mine,
cameo,
Marv.
first
Money.
prints,
Not mine.
prints, yeah. No. None of those words, no. Nah. I like in antiquities and
What do you
books.
guys want to do next? We have the tier list,
Oh,
but we
here,
also have a little bit of a toy section that's all Star Wars toys. If you guys want to,
So for those people who missed Sunday's show, let's show a demo of what the show is actually about. We actually have a new,
you got that.
we have a new segment. This is what we were really going to roll into.
Now let's talk real quick, I guess, about some Black K variants.
2 store exclusives and a regular cover. Or a regular.
Since we want to talk about Black K a little bit more,
Mhm.
we got 2 variants for you. Marco, do you want to start with this one?
Okay, it's the JTCs. Holy shit.
Marco's
So,
favorite.
well,
Explain
okay.
it what it is, at least.
and I have, by the way, I have it in bought. I can pull. I only went through one box and literally pulled one on the 70% off sale. Is $5. Whatever 75% off of. Okay. So, anyways, what am I going to say about that book right there?
The $1.25 you would have paid for it.
A
then.
$1.25 for that book I just threw there. So this one right here with these JTCs, especially early on, and I called a lot of friends because I was remembering at the time a lot of these were 100% order for whatever the earlier book was. More importantly, I think it comes down to 20 when you had the Yoda one that's on there because somebody asked this question. But early on with the JTCs, it was a double qualifier. So we're not 100% sure because I don't think anybody's got the preview on this, but you could qualify for your 100% order of 17. That means how many you ordered? 17. If you ordered 100 books for 17, you had to order 100 for whatever this is for 20. And then whatever this clinic
That for one.
was this Afro 1. So for Afro 1, I can't remember what the buy was, but I think it was 130%, but you could count in some of these books
That
for
was
your
just
total
100.
overall. Huh? It's Afro 1. Is it 100%? Yeah, so to get to your 100% on a lot of these, you were able to buy 50 of the JTC covers and then 50 of the regular covers, and that's how you could get to your sum total. So if it's 100,
it make my head explode with this qualifying math.
Yeah.
well, it wasn't really what we
I
think
hate
about qualifying
qualifying
now,
very
though. You know what I mean? Like later on, for a lot of the qualifiers, they do like 130, and it had to be matched up to some random ass comic that wasn't even part of the Star Wars or whatever series you're going for. Plus, you had to do it all in A cover, or you had to do it not including exclusives. This wasn't the case early on. So here we go. Yep, Saggy.
I'll say this thing about this cover.
What?
I'm 99% sure he just took a Chewie image.
Oh, yeah.
of Chewbacca,
Oh no, he did. Yeah, because the
colored
tree came out
black,
right
and
before
put
this.
the scar on there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's totally Chewbacca. There's hardly any difference between it. Even the teeth gap looks like Chewbacca.
I'll send you a Vader one, Shannon.
Hey.
We got tons of them.
Patrick, we might be. What does the census have?
on
It's
Sunday.
got 21. It's got 15 9/8 and 6 9/6
What was
on
it?
this thing.
I remember a couple of years ago, probably in like 2018, these kind of got popular because that one guy showed the whole wall where he had all of them
Oh God.
and they were all graded, and then people started trying to get that together. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck, because they keep making them.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How many were there?
Last month.
49 or
$50 in December. There was one even as low as $15 early in December at auction. So that's where it was at. But now,
Yes,
after
definitely.
Black K decided to show his face on Book of Fett 2, 90, 65, $80 best offer took $75.
Maybe that's what we should do too.
13 sales.
Venom, what's going on? Maybe from now on we'll put if it's a variant, we'll put the book number and everything higher up on it somehow. Okay.
You want to jump ahead a little bit on this one?
Yeah, you should have edited it for me because I didn't edit it that well.
I had no time.
Oh no, you can just cut it off. This is pretty much what the Wednesday show. We're gonna start doing these from now on, going through
I
some
didn't
of the
want
stuff.
to cut the whole, but yes, this is pretty much the show. But
Yeah.
I guess we could.
Can I just say that entire thing confused the crap out of me? I didn't know who was talking. I didn't know if I was listening to a recording or if you guys were talking live. I was like, what the hell is going on?
I kept
Way
saying,
to prep your guests, dude.
this one.
Yeah,
I know
this
we were
is the
gonna
whole
play
point.
that.
This is the whole
This
point.
one we might be giving away.
Yeah, so the whole point is we were actually going to get to this book so that we might have ordered one of these cheap. And I think, is it on the way, Pete?
Yes, Friday, the 14th.
On the
it
way
says.
Friday. So we're going to, for those people that watch this show and for those people that watch Star Wars show, we're not going to like give a big announcement out of it. It might be a little secret, kind of like, Star Wars 20, if you picked it up today, where we gave you the wink, wink, go pick that thing up real quickly. Wink, wink. I would show up for the Sunday show when we do the let the market decide. Wink, wink, because a book might be given away for free there to fans that watch the show, and it might be for the people that watch the the remake too, because there's a couple people who left us some good notes and stuff. So just make sure at one point you're on for the show. It might be a couple days later, but just do that. All right. Somebody in the chat gave a lot of emojis, so I will try to see what this young lady is saying. Spider Girl. Oh, geez. What up? Hand punches a beer while another hand punches another beer.
Well, it's fist bumps and cheers. It's just, I think, friendly acknowledgments.
Comic people, stinky eye, love you, hugs, right?
Not a stinky eye.
No, that's crazy. That's when you do the crazy emoji with the tongue out in the eye.
I think Styx was flirting.
Oh, Styx was flirting. That's I actually the variant came out even better. I should go and grab it. The variant came out pretty good, and I hear a lot of people got it for undercover or under ratio. So I'm glad you guys did. Congratulations.
I mean, the ratio is 1 to 100, so hopefully, because
no, we're talking about today. The Star Wars 20. I thought he was.
Oh, the Star Wars 20.
Yeah, the Star Wars 20 cover was crazy love ? Maybe Marco reading me emojis. Yeah, I know, not the best at it, but one of these days I'll get better. All right, so let's get into the main part of this. We are going to tier list Boba Fett books. I assume that every book here, Dom, is going to have an S, and that might not be the case for the rest of us. So, for those people that don't know how,
that probably 2/3 of these books, I'm going strictly by cover. Because I said, as I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, or maybe last Sunday, and Pete was like, "What? Really? I've never read a single Dark Horse comic." So
try to mix it up. Now we're going to go back to our versus style next week that we had before, but for this one, we just figured there's no comparison. Yes, not I don't think she was a Russian bot.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I think this young lady, or is this a young lady? Maybe, I don't know. Supergirl, yeah, okay. All right. Well, or Spider Girl. Okay. Either way, yeah, Dom better have an S. So it is about not just covers; it's also about
they all can't be S's. That's not the whole point. There wouldn't be a fun list if everything was.
Oh, it's what's inside the guts. Some of it is like, yo, let's look up the price real quickly to see if this is way overpriced. It has to do with everything. It has to do with like you see the book. Like, where would you feel about that book today? So, I'm just gonna go down the list because I think we couldn't. We're thinking about trying to do verses in this, but then it was like, who do you team up against? Boba Fett, they're gonna lose.
Yeah, there was no like fair match.
Yeah, there's no fair matchup in. But let's piss off our foreign people and our true wannabe firsts of a person in the panel of a not really a true first, and what the heck's a true first. it's not the first appearance of a true first, and then we can just say that it's a cameo for Darth Vader's
Hey,
one.
unless it's a Polaroid of the guy walking down at that parade in California, then it's not the true first of Boba Fett.
Do remember, we are talking about comics here, true firsts in comics here, as in comic books, not newspaper scripts, not something some kid drew, not Miss Annie 3's third grade class knitting sketch. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. Does it say on a label? Does it say first appearance in comics or first appearance in comic books? I think it says comics.
Yeah, but the take is on the Overstreet Guide, which actually did distinguish the difference between comic books and magazines.
Overstreet Guide doesn't make labels and all that.
But that's what the basis of CGC is based off of. When you fill out the report, it actually did say comic books. Is this a comic book or a magazine? Because magazines are more expensive.
Overstreet Guides for all you older collectors.
Either way, Marvel Comics Super Special 16. I have a lot of these books, and they used to be really cheap, like $20 and less, and they are a magazine. And
this is magazine sized.
It really says magazine on it, but it's the first time we see them in a printed
this
form.
was the Marvel magazine at the time. The Marvel Comics Super Special was a magazine.
What is the price on this? Because the last one I bought, I think, was a year ago.
It's gone up.
Is it more than $20?
Yes,
it's gone up considerably.
$20.
About $150.
Ungraded. I think you can still get them ungraded for probably less than $100, but
ungraded
condition.
I'm talking
vary,
ungraded.
If you have like a high
ungraded
grade, it's actually very expensive.
$160 at auction on December 4th.
For what? A mid-grade?
For raw?
Very fine.
Very fine.
Raw.
That's tough.
Fine, very fine. 23
still
bit
good.
at auction on December 1st for about 70.
Still solid. I mean, this is a cool book, right? Like, it's a cool magazine. It's great. You have to.
I think a 9.8 it sells closer to like 800.
Yeah, but
there's
9.8 in this magazine would be really tough. I mean, if you can get a 9.8 in this,
I think 9.8s are up over $1,000.
Yeah, I think if it's not over $1,000 for a 9.8, then this is definitely close to S tier because that's undervalued for this. I mean, these magazines are, you know what I mean? Like, I remember reading these things in the back of the station wagon with the bucket seats when you open them up.
Actually, like a lot of these magazines were really awesome. I always liked them. I like to pick them up when I see them. But
all right,
so
no 9.8 sold in the last 3 months, so I don't have a recent sale. I'm not bringing up GPA
So it's still an affordable book, though, right? And it's definitely a Boba Key. I mean, Boba Key.
Yeah.
Yeah, ungraded, I would say it's still affordable.
I'm actually between S and A. I mean, I've always liked this book. I mean, I know it's not a comic book, but I still like it.
You got to think it's not a comic, but it can be graded by CGC and everything. Magazine stuff. And I mean, there's got to be that book. The question is, what's that book going to be, or what's that magazine going to be, or whatever that people gravitate towards when 42 flips out of the stratosphere.
Right.
It's already kind of getting there.
Well, this is the thing. When I first started grading at CGC, they weren't doing I remember when they allowed magazines, and that was like a big thing. And then wondering how they were going to do magazines. So,
I like the cover to this a lot better than Star Wars 42. Star Wars 42 to me is a terrible cover.
We're not comparing it to 42. We're just talking on the merits of this book.
Well, someone brought it up earlier. That's fine. Yeah,
I actually like it.
Yeah.
As a collector, it's a great edition.
I
think it's
still
an A, maybe S. What is it, Jack? Give us this. Is this an A book or is this an S book? It can't be
I'm an A, personally.
A.
Like I said, I own it, so
I have it in multiple languages.
I think I do too. I think I have it in 2 languages. Yeah. If this book, there's a different size of it too, right? There's a smaller version and a bigger version.
Yeah, there was like a novel size version.
Yeah, novel size version of this.
And then there was the treasury size.
You guys
decide that one too. Yeah. I don't know. Is anybody gonna go S in the chats or no? We're going A.
We got 3 A's. A
Shame
B.
on you, Waste Seeker. Shame on you, sir. But that's all right.
I'm comfortable with A.
I'm comfortable with it. All right. Next up, I'm just gonna go down the line so we can get these 3 out of the way because here it comes. And I got a couple nice messages from some of our foreign viewers, and they're gonna hate what I think of this book, but here we go. It is 127. The Empire Strikes Back Weekly, the foreign magazine for Star Wars.
Yeah, it's the UK section of the.
And
This
guys,
is how-
I know we get a lot of UK people here. I mean, we do. We get. I know.
we do have a UK.
This is how the
audience.
Marvel
Definitely
comics
predates.
were distributed in the UK. They were magazine size, and then a lot of them were weekly like this, where they came out, and they're actually quite thin. I
Yes,
can't remember exactly
very
how many
thin.
pages. It's like 12 or 14
Black and
pages.
white
If
on the
that,
guts,
yeah.
right?
So
Is
Very
it
thin.
40? Which is the one that is it 28 that has the better? No, it's the inside splash.
29 has him on the cover.
Yes.
Yeah,
129.
29 has the splash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
129.
Because this is also, correct me if I'm wrong, JJ, you know these probably. This is also the first appearance in this weekly. Is also Yoda's first appearance, right?
I can't remember. I want to say he was
Well-
the one before this, but I could be wrong.
Before it.
It also depends on whether we're talking the silhouette Yoda or
Well,
you know.
It's something like this.
Is it the debate 2? Yes, but isn't the debate 2 with
Wait,
this
hold on,
is
we'll
like
look at the Tom guy.
when was this actually like? I know it was supposed to be March, but it
So-
was May. And this one actually was in July, and people will argue that this
The-
is July before.
The order of it, at least that everybody's a bit. So the super special is listed as spring 1980.
Yeah, 19.
So it's commonly thought that was first.
I want to see what Dom was holding.
He was holding
Gotta
this
get rid of
book.
The
overlay.
weekly. I think the weekly. Yeah, there you go.
And they
Yeah,
got
Pretty
this
sure
one.
that's. What does it say on the front of that,
July.
Dom? Does it say
July.
July?
July.
Yeah, it
July
says July 31st.
21st.
So yeah, that was July.
And
And
you
then,
have
That's
Yeah, and that's the
Yeah.
one where he's on the cup. Yeah, from the inside.
that's not. We're going through these two. So it's but this one actually the publishing on the inside I think was May, and it
I
came
think it
out.
just says spring. I thought, but
No, on the inside I think when you go through the ink, it
Does say May.
says
yeah. I think it was first because I mean July is summer. I
Yeah,
don't think
the other
anybody,
Well,
any
it- it-
fiscal
it-
calendar
it-
puts it as.
the 129 is August.
Yeah,
Is it-
Morello gave me a whole like thing on it, but I lost track. Of it.
Well, we'll get into.
All right,
the
so what are we
also
doing with
newspapers.
this book? Are we putting this book in? I don't know.
So it's gone up a lot. I mean, I know
I
you're
know
going to knock
it,
it, but it's gone up a heck of a lot in price.
I know it has, but I just that
Maybe that
things go-
outplays it out of. I would put it in A territory prior to this, but I don't know if the
I
price.
think there's one listed on eBay. I may be getting it mixed up with the one with Boba on it. I don't think so, but I think there's one listed on eBay. It's graded a 7, and they're asking like 3.5 grand for this thing.
Oh, yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah.
Well,
I
got
also,
something.
the other problem that I
And
think
for a
hurts it.
7.
The other problem that I think hurts it is if you actually if this is the first magazine to have them in it. This cover compared to this cover is really good, and the
Yes.
cover that Tom just showed you on 129 is
Jedi,
way
you were
better.
right.
Well,
It's a 7.0 asking
so-
3,500.
the trick is that's technically, although it's magazine size, is technically regarded as a comic.
Yes.
It's
That's
so
the way all. It's
hard.
not just Empire Strikes Back. That's the way all comics were distributed in the UK.
Yeah, and for
What?
like 40 years nobody gave 2 fucks, and now they-
January 3rd, one was buy it now for $9.51.
On a 127 or a.
Yes.
How much? $9.51.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
And
was
you
looking
can
at the
still get
history
it.
of those. I was looking at the history of those, just like Pete's doing. Like I think it was last night, and when I was upset, couldn't sleep. And yeah, there were some real steals of that comic book.
because there's
a
some
couple
very
months
pricey
ago.
ones right now.
Yeah.
Asking
And now there's
prices
some
are like
really pricey ones.
You
Hundred,
can
There's a
you
lot
can
of
get them
people
as
that-
a steal on eBay. You really can. And a lot of people get it mixed that 129 is first. 129 is not first. It's him on the cover. You can even make the argument that 129 is first cover. I'm not going to get into that too much, but you
Yeah.
can make that argument. But it's not first.
he's
appearance.
in the
It's
splash
just not.
page, which shows up.
He's on the very first page of 127.
Listen, he's
Yeah,
on
Giant splash
127.
page.
He's
Yeah.
inside the
Right.
splash page of 127, 128. He's not in 128. 129 is on the cover, and it's the
They're
mimic
cool,
of
but like,
the one. The
are we
43.
going with B here? I don't know. It's still torn
What's the
because
chat got? What was the chat saying? I see a C from Sticks.
C.
Sam's
I
got. I
think
don't
we're
have it.
I don't think we're putting in C.
I think I got a
Sam
couple
is
A's.
disappointed that Dom only has
No,
one.
that's from the other
Yeah.
book.
I'm okay with a B, but it's probably the B that I want more than any other B in the world. But I'm okay with the B.
I like A, but I'm willing to flex.
Well, if I would
I'm in between, so yeah, I'm either good either way.
$9.70 plus $50 shipping, I'm in A. If it's $6,000 for a 7.0, I'm in C. So
Yeah,
Now I put a B.
Well, people can list something or whatever the heck they
yeah,
want.
I know,
but
I know.
mean,
where they want.
I
But
would go big.
realistically, what the last few sold for were, apart from the $10 one with the $35 shipping, there was also, I think, a $40 one at auction with a couple of bids earlier in December. So I mean, That's still not terrible.
Yeah, $40 is good, I guess. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Like down the road, a year from now, I don't think like when stuff starts getting tighter and people got to start choosing B because of price. I think people will be like, "Oh, that's cute," but I mean, it's not going to have. It's going to be like a bunch of other books that have done this before too. You know what I mean? Where you're like,
Well,
"Oh,
and it's
cool."
not it's not the sexy version. It's,
Yeah.
it's not him on the cover. It's not, it's not
Yeah.
the sexy one.
Yeah,
It's not a
check
great
it.
cover either, really.
I'm trying to be sexy, man.
B, C, I would say B. What do you say?
I say B.
I'm at a B plus, so I'm fine to move it down to B if that's where we're going.
B, A for $40. Does that include shipping?
No.
I think it's okay. So let's
There
just
was
put
no
B
shipping.
for right now. We can move it up later. We gotta get moving, guys.
Yes,
Right.
we do. We do got to get moving. What do you got next?
42, which I think now, what's the price of a 42 just for raw? It's got to be ridiculous.
Let me bring it up.
For a
It's
raw
getting
one?
expensive though.
Yeah.
For Raw's not crazy. Well, it depends on what grade you're
It
getting.
depends on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it depends on
great.
If it's a
condition.
newsstand,
Everyone thinks you can press everything.
Mm.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
that's
I
a-
told you guys in chat, but if you just want to use it as a gauge, I just sold last night my 6.0 for $300 just
Nice.
last night.
Yeah.
So if you want
Would
to
you
use that as a
consider
gauge.
that expensive? Would you consider that expensive for this book, or would you consider it just
Well, other people were asking like close to $400, which I think is why the guy finally just did the buy it now on mine for $3 because I
So
was
you get a
happy
lot
with
cover-
3. I didn't have that
cover-
much in it, but
Today, 8 bids. One ended for $181.50 raw.
Mhm.
Doesn't have a grade, or at least a temporary grade, whatever. What else do we got here? We got a 9.4 sold on January. No, it didn't sell. Why is it having? Oh, that's why I click completed. I need to click sold. We want to see what
I
actually.
think
sold.
regardless, regardless, this is going to be an A, right? I mean, this is
gotta
kind
be
of
A,
the,
right?
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
at
sorry,
least an A.
S. I'd say at least that.
yes.
Is there a more iconic cover for him than this?
No, this
No.
is the one everybody wants.
You
Regardless,
have to have this book, right? You have to have
you
this
have
book.
to have it.
Mhm.
This is your cornerstone.
Is this
or
S
whatever.
tier?
What, this one?
255.
Is this S tier?
Yeah, stop.
I would say so, but at the same time, like it's getting pricey.
It's getting pricey. And how high? If it's climbed to where it is now, and you got a show out literally with his name in the title and everything else, how high is it going to climb from where it is now?
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna climb much more.
That's the
I
thing.
mean,
I don't
if
think
you're
it's
a 9.8 collector, then yeah, this thing's way up there. You're probably gonna have a hard time. I mean, I don't know
But
what your
this is
income
the
is,
book. Like,
Yes,
For a
this
raw
is the
book,
and
this is not
regardless,
crazy.
regardless of shows, movies, anything like that, for Star Wars collectors, you still want one. If you don't have
Yeah,
one,
you gotta
you're
have
still
it.
gonna
True.
need one.
yeah, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, this is the book you cannot not in it. Even at this price, you can get it pretty cheap apparently. But in any grade, if you do not have this book or multiple copies of this book, like
I just got the one.
I got about 5.
That's all I need.
I mean, I would say it's one of those books that, again, I don't know how high it's going to climb, but then I look at it in my head and I say, how much is it going to drop? And I don't think very much. I think it's a book that I think stays at the value
That's
it's
what I'm
at right
saying.
now,
Like,
at
even
least.
when it wasn't popular, but Bosk very rarely looks good on covers.
Well, look, you could have that
What
book.
are you talking about?
It's
I
too.
mean, it's
Great right here.
an iconic cover, but it's not
better.
a good cover.
You could have it in the
yeah, I
American
don't
version.
like. Yeah, it's
You
a
can have the
must-have,
Spanish
but
version.
I don't think it's a great cover. But
Yeah,
I
but
tell you
it's
what, if you don't
book.
put this one in the S tier, I don't think any of them are going to get in
Yeah,
the S
it's
tier.
like the only problem, JJ, kind of what you said. Like, if it won't drop, right? Like, because it is not
Right.
like it's the book that even
I
when
mean, it may drop a
Star Wars
little.
wasn't even when
Little
Star
bit.
Wars wasn't hot, this was the Star Wars book everybody
Yeah.
knew
Yes.
and everybody had to have. It was this, the magazine. Those are the 2 books that everybody knew. And then what we're gonna do next? The next
Well, Marco, you got to understand one thing. That book still had a lot of value to it before Boba Fett show came out because Boba
That's what
Fett
I'm
was
saying.
always a high character.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
that's what I'm
So-
saying. Yeah, Dub's right. It's got
Now
to
he's in the spotlight. Now he's in the spotlight more, so it's going to gain some more steam. And
But
when
is it?
the season's over, the show is over, they're definitely gonna. It's still going to stay at a because he's going to show up in Mandalorian all over the place.
It doesn't even matter though, Dom. What I'm saying is at the beginning, it
gonna
doesn't
just kind of
matter
be
where he
there.
shows up because this was the book before the show, before he showed up when Star Wars was in a slump. This was still the book.
Yep.
Still the book, and nothing I believe can surpass it. I mean, that's what I'm just. I think it's
It's
S. I say it's S. I think we got S.
Definitely yes.
We
And what you
can,
can do is
but
you also
it's
put in-
still this is still a patient upside. You're not going to get huge jumps on this any longer. Like there's nothing to pop it going forward. I mean, he had his show. That's not to say it's not going to again maintain. It's not going to slowly appreciate with the market as other books do. But don't expect like all of a sudden it's going to double in value because there's going to be a Boba Fett movie. All of it. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing going to make that fervor.
16 more.
It's not going to see that big spike.
It's not going to spike exactly, but it'll
it's
be
gonna
there. It'll
gradually go up.
it's just
time
going
to
to be.
Either way, people are
a
always going to
T-bill.
want the book. They're always
This
going to
is
want.
a T-bill in the comic collecting universe.
Okay, next up.
So this is a
Not-
yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead, John.
No, I was just going to say, yeah, this is a book you have to have, but it's not an investment book anymore. I don't think.
I think it's the book that you can always sell. And if you
Yeah.
have an investment, isn't it something you'd always like? If there's
well,
a
it
book
depends
you
on
have,
if you're going to sell it for a profit or not, right? Are you going to be able to sell it for a profit? That's
If
the-
you-
Well, that's
always
why
has
I think for like
value.
fixed income.
well, I don't know. It's always going to have value. So
Yeah.
that book will never not have value.
Yeah,
There's
you're gonna get the slow appreciation as the market rises,
Mhm.
but you're not gonna get huge jumps. But you will always be able to turn it over. It'll be liquid, and you rather than just sit with cash in your hand, you can put in a book like this, and it'll just
Star Wars 6
up a little bit.
which
I
is
wondered if
not
this was going to be on the list.
this is not actually Boba Fett on the cover.
Yeah.
But with that being said, it's the second pre people actually caring about Star Wars books. It's the second most recognized book with Boba
Yeah,
Fett.
I got it on a T-shirt.
First appearance
And-
of the Mandalorians.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, but even before
true.
what I'm saying is like, yeah, that's great. But like even before that, it was that recognizable that people would always go, I want the book with Boba Fett. I want the 2 books with Boba Fett on the cover. And then dorks like me would go like, as soon as they bought them, like, that dude just didn't buy that second book didn't have Boba Fett on the cover. This fucking guy never reads books with it. How big could it possibly be?
To your casual
what I mean?
fan, that is Boba Fett. Yes.
Yeah, it is. It's 100%. But what I'm saying is like, that's it. Like that is, it's not Fen. That's like,
I think so. This is a book. I think it's got to be A. I don't think you can put it up there with 42, but I think it's a book that people will always look for, as you just
you're
said.
trying to get through this, Zaggy. I've been trying to push them, Zaggy. They're trying to show off books. They're trying to get. Go ahead. Good. What do you say? Sorry, JJ. Go.
I said A.
Yeah, I think 18.
saying A.
I agree. I think it's an A. I mean, I don't know whether it's because of print run or whatever, but this book keeps pace at least with 42. I think, especially
People
in the
like
higher
yellow
grades.
covers.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, and it was like I said, for people to call it a Boba Fett on the cover. To this day, they still do it with all the other stuff, like the Yoda 3s and what Dom just said about First Mandalorians and everything else. People still refer to that as, the book with Boba Fett on the cover.
He's actually in the book. He's in the book for like a little panel
right.
they talk about, but
Yes.
it's not him.
Yes.
So
That's what I'm saying, though. But what I'm saying is to still have people refer to this
Yeah.
as the Boba Fett cover book.
No, I know, but like I said, I have this on a T-shirt. I've worn it on this show before,
Yep,
or
I do
the
too.
Star Wars
Yep.
show.
It is. I mean, over the whole run of Star Wars, there's a few good covers. This is one of the best.
Yeah, one of the best.
Out of the 107, this is one of the best.
Agreed.
But I still kind of put it at a B.
Too bad. Everybody else puts it at an A.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you. I put it at B just because it's still. You're just buying it because of the cover that you think it's Boba Fett, and it's not. That is actually a downside to
He
me.
gave it to Fugazi. Fugazi.
Wow.
Dude,
Wayseeker's
Fugazi.
even more down on it. Book's not good. Yeah.
Okay, hey,
I'm not. Let's not
Hey,
get crazy,
before
Wayseeker,
you guys,
but
hey,
I'm gonna
before
B.
first off, the guts of the book is pretty fun. Okay, it's pretty fun.
It is.
Number 2,
Nobody collects first like Mandalore.
number
Like,
2,
Yeah.
it's at least get the fun out of this book.
we might care, but
There you
someone
go.
else.
That person said that they're the biggest Boba Fett fan, and they just call the guy on the cover Boba Fett when they leave. I mean, so it gives you a double.
Is this Spar? This was Spar, right? The Mandalorian Spar. Wasn't he in this book? That comes up later in.
No, this
Aileen
is
Vale and other stuff, but
There's
yeah.
There's 3 guys that were the
And Shaza.
Johnson.
Yeah.
So real quick though, hey Dom, do you have this book? I can't remember.
Nice.
Hey, okay.
Okay.
Then it's there you go.
You got it.
The ultimate Boba Fett collector has this
but
book.
JJ has the Dutch version. Was it Dutch?
Yeah, I do have a Dutch version of it.
Here. Go ahead, Don. I'll put you up real
What?
fast. Go ahead, show it again.
Finland,
I-
actually. Finish.
3 books. You yell at me. We're at 2-hour mark.
Look how much. It's because of the yellow. People like the yellow. I'm telling you.
Hey, we've gone through 3
People
books.
like the yellow.
It's going to speed up once you get to the.
Oh, it's not. This is gonna because every time I could go.
We're gonna have to argue. Like,
I've been through a few of these. It doesn't speed up that much.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, Sarlacc Pit. Him coming out of Sarlacc Pit for the first time. 81. 81.
B or C? I don't know.
I think it's C.
C as well.
C.
C.
I mean, it's been done now. Like
D.
it's on film.
We saw
We've
it
seen
now. but-
No, because he gets thrown back in the Sarlacc Pit with the.
I don't know how much this thing holds going forward.
D.
Yeah, I think
Spike
the
a little
rush. Hey, we're getting a Boba Fett show. They're gonna show the Sarlacc Pit. Everybody, let's go get this.
Yeah, it's spiked. I mean, it's spiked, but I don't think it's gonna last.
Well, it's not even the first Sarlacc Pit. If it was the first Sarlacc Pit, fine.
Especially at the prices is at now.
Yeah,
It's still one of the earliest Boba Fett cover comics, so I think it's always going to have appeal, but I wouldn't give it any higher than a B. C.
Yeah, C.
I could give it a
20
C.
issues after the last. Well, that wasn't Boba Fett. So yeah, I guess so.
D. Another D.
Ooh, another D.
81. B. Go.
Go. I was with you on 68. I'm not with you on 81.
Jesus. All right. I agree. Another overrated book. What do we got on that way, Seeker? C. All right. We're between C and D. Real quick.
I'm fine with C personally. That's where
I'm fine with C.
I'm
We can always adjust it later when we get.
Yeah, we could shift it.
All right. Next up,
Keep
can
going.
I hit this next one in the chat? It's the technically it's we did.
You want me to put it in the chat?
We cheated with it. Yes, we did Jango Fett open season, but technically it should be like I don't know which book do you want to do in this.
I mean, it's kind of.
one,
I couldn't
two?
remember the exact one in which he's a found like they go over the whole foundling thing. I want to say it was
Isn't it?
2, but
two,
I don't
two or three, I think. It's
Two.
a
Open
But
season.
Jason Muriel shows up in 1, right?
yeah.
So we'll do
I
it.
don't care so much about the foundling thing.
Actually, like, you want to know what though? This is one of my favorite
No, but that-
storylines for the Fett family. It really is. I mean, even before all the stuff happened, I really enjoyed it. And I'm glad that in Mandalorian, that was like one of the highlights.
Yeah, they kind of canonized it.
When they canonized this. Like that's what I mean. That
Well, not exactly, but sort of.
nah, we're hoping.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, at least they gave a nod to it, a nod
Yeah.
and a shake. So, I mean, story wise, like it's S as far as story wise, in my opinion. As far as everything else with it, probably in the B. So, I mean, I think it's one, if not one of Dark Horse's best comic.
Yeah.
book.
This is one of those books that I like. Like you said, I like the story, but I don't like everything. Like I didn't even much care for the art. I don't like the cover art either. That much.
All the
to be
Duke
quite honest.
thing too is whatever, but
Yeah.
I like it's I like the story.
Like the story wasn't bad, but I don't know if the story saves it. I mean, for me,
C6.
yeah, I'm a C. I'm like
I have
C.
a B.
CB? CB4?
give it a B
Guys
because
Sarlacc
actually-
Pit. You put Sarlacc Pit in the B. In,
Who put Sarlacc Pit in the B?
I didn't put
oh
it in
no,
D.
you put in C. Okay.
Yeah, I put it in C.
All right, put it in. I don't know. I think it's better than Sarlacc Pit.
Well, it is. If it's in B, it's in Sarlacc Pit. But
Okay,
if it's
B.
not-
Put in B. Fine. I've got 3 Boba slabs, 2 are open season. He's strong A. He's a B. He's a C. I'm B, C, B, C, B, B, B.
For comics, I'm fine giving the story bump to a
I
book.
like it. I really like it. I like it, but I know everybody else doesn't. So, all
So
right.
is that like little boy Boba on the cover, or is that like,
actually,
or is that,
I actually think that's
Oh,
Django.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
Django on the cover, and that's just
no, I'm talking about the little boy.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
have
Django.
It's Django.
Yeah.
Oh, the little boy is
But
Django.
it it's more tells the story of Django Fett than
Jango
does the
Fett's
story of Boba Fett. That's why.
It gives his heritage
But
to
it-
be how he was
yeah.
adopted into the Mandalorian.
Mhm.
It gives the backstory of how Boba Fett
Yeah.
became the Mandalorian.
I
Sorry, I
don't
should
care, so
Well,
I don't understand
they're-
why it's on the
and-
list, but okay. Whatever.
Their version of being a Mandalorian, not
'Cause you
Din
gotta-
Djarin's
yeah,
version of being a Mandalorian.
All right. Next up, we've got 1 and 4 because I thought 1 introduced the first time that. Why did you put 4 on this, JJ?
4 was the one where they actually threw down, like in a
Yeah.
serious fight.
And it's a cool cover, too.
Yeah.
I like the
Four.
cover.
Little cover.
I think we're kind of cheating on this one too. 4 has the best cover out of this, but like,
One's a good cover, too, though. I like the.
Well,
Jetpack
4 is where they
Boba.
actually fight.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. 4 is when they actually fight because 1's when they hire when he hires.
The whole point of this book was him and Darth Vader were going to throw down at some point, and it happened in 4. That's why.
Well, that's when it happened was in 4. Yeah.
Of course. They got to slow play it.
Yeah.
You don't put the main event at the start of the show. It's gotta
So
be the end.
one's the first in old canon. One was the first time he actually met Darth Vader, because technically later when he got hired, met him later on.
Oh, I see.
Like, it was the first time he met, and then 4 is
in continuity or storyline.
Yeah,
continuity. Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying that. It's been a terrible day. I don't know if you heard.
I hear it. Yeah.
Marco's dreams were crushed earlier today.
I don't know. It was like it was Christmas, and I opened up a present, and then there's just a big pile of dog poo in it. All right, so I don't know. What do you think? C? I mean, cool, but it's not even like really there anymore, because now Star Wars, 5 took over,
and it's Legends, and the question is, will it ever happen again? I mean, I don't know that you'll ever see this in anything outside of this. Kind of
like we know that he hires. We'll have the book later because it happens in Marvel where he actually hires him and Kay. So I mean, I don't know.
Let's put it this way: I think Dave Dorman did the covers on those, right?
Yeah,
Dorman covers.
David Dorman.
If it wasn't for the Dorman covers, I'd put this at D.
Yeah.
Does the cover save it? I guess is the question.
Yeah, I think it does. I do. I think it saves it to C. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because they were gorgeous covers.
Well, definitely.
C. I love those. B. I don't remember these at all. C, B. Where are you going to put in C? It's right in there, C, B. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't want to put it with Open Seasons.
No, I don't think it was as good as
or a potential.
I mean, the covers were better than Open Seasons, but the storyline season was just. I just love that Open Season so much. Speaking of things I love, the twin engines of destruction. This is like the blueprint for what's his name?
Top Van.
Yep.
It's Judo Cast. The character.
Was that Joda Cast? Yep. Joda Cast was the character in here, and he actually had pretty much a similar storyline to how Cobb did it, but Joda Cast decided to be a bounty hunter. And then when Boba Fett got out of the pit, he actually hunted down.
Joda Cast actually took his identity, his name. Like he bounty hunted as Boba Fett.
Yeah, in armor too. Yeah. So he took the whole kit and caboodle. But it's the basis of Cobb. That's what it is nowadays. It's still a really good storyline if you never read it. It's kind of brutal too what he does to Joda Cast. Do you guys remember what happens to Joda Cast?
Listen. That was one of his better stories. I liked the story a lot.
It was really good. It's really good.
You get Dengar on the cover, looking up.
Yeah,
exactly.
Looking up.
And there's a limited edition cover to that too. There's an autograph, a DF exclusive autograph.
Yeah, they had a bunch of those back in the day with the autos.
And every Fortune is an odd duck.
One on there. It's a bunch of everything. I think
there is a newsstand version.
Okay, yes. We're doing we're great. We're doing the regular version on this.
Yes. Dynamic Forces can be weird. You're like, we made 10,000.
I know.
Really? Does that make it limited?
Oh, Dengar on the cover almost marks it down.
I'm telling you, Dengar looking up the skirt.
Downtrodden on this at all. He was cool. Is this B? Is this in B? Is this what we're doing with this, or is it C?
I actually like it as an A.
Really?
Oof.
Yeah. I like it
because I would say A, but I know I'm a sucker because I try to downplay the book that I really love.
I'm gonna bring the average down to C.
C.
I mean, you're never gonna this is one of those Legends things you're never gonna see. You've seen it pretty much in advance
already because they use the doppelganger for him, and it's a good storyline. Like it doesn't matter if
it's a one shot. I mean,
it's not his book. Don't say storyline. This is what a one shot.
Hey, everybody that complains about how Boba's got his balls clipped, this story he doesn't. And in the history of reading Boba Fett books, I think is where we need to rank this. And in the history of reading Boba Fett in the comics or of his storyline, this book is predominant. Just like seeing him on the cover in yellow when it's not him. I think you have to take into effect how good the storyline is, how he is. But whatever.
But I'm fine with B.
Yeah, I'm fine with B too. I like A, but I'm fine with B. Here looks down.
I just don't want once you, like you said, you brought it up. Like I don't want to put this with 68 or the.
I think it's 16. Yeah. Maybe you're right. You're right. I think it qualifies in the open season. All right. Next up, I'm trying to get through some Tales.
20, so we're getting there.
Yeah. Tales 64.
There was a photo cover, but I went with this one.
64.
And
7. You mean?
Or sorry, 7.
Yes, 7.
whatever.
We did not include 24.
We did not include 24. That's right, because I was like, oh, well, because 24.
You guys would have went crazy trying to rank it for the wrong reason.
For the wrong reason. 24 does have First Fett Club in it, which is hilarious. If you've never read it before, it's fun, and you should.
I was thinking we should make a shirt out of that.
Yeah,
That was only last a week before T Public.
That was the original plan. With
we should go
for the band.
I think.
Well, let's do it. Eric, you hear us? Make the Fett Club shirt. I'll send you the stuff for it. Okay, so what I'm going to say about this is so this is the baby mama kind of with the daughter.
So it's more
image.
Yeah, it's more the first appearance of Sentis Vale, which is his wife / lover of Boba Fett.
Bounty hunter.
Aelin, you'll see it listed a lot as Aelin Vale first appearance, which it is, but she's a baby in a hologram. That's it.
They'll also very cordially write it as Boba Fett's daughter, which is also generous. So, in my opinion, if you read the storylines,
well, they're not going to get into that.
No, but I think, and this I think spiked because people thought that the speeder bike girl, who we said had a name already,
it's a book that's gone up. I mean, when you used to not be able to buy Star Wars books cheap, it was cheap, but it's a book that went up pretty quickly once people figured out what was in it.
It did.
Yeah.
It went up pretty quickly, but then it went like well over. It went
up above where it should be.
Yeah. The prices this book is at now, this can't be any higher than a C for me.
Well, they paired it up with the other book that we did not get to yet, so I'm not going to use that sale. I don't want to use a graded sale either. Graded sale. The photo cover, buy it now for $139. January 4th. But this cover,
knife, thumb up.
Very fine. January 2nd, $40. Buy it now.
C&D, I think C&D.
D's almost fair, really, for the price that it's at. Fair for the price.
I think probably
$90. I'm lower. 40. I'm a little favorable. But
can I ask you guys a question on this book in specific? Because this is what's going to make up my decision on where I put this book. Do you think? Oh, we lost JJ. So, yeah, no, it is. If you read the story, there's whatever. My question.
You guys remember Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah, like there's to tell it. You guys got to read the story. I'm not gonna, but yeah. The question is, do you think after the Book of Fett ends and people finally realize that the daughter is not showing up, does this book go down to like a $40 book? And at that point, is it worth 40? Because I think it would be worth $40. But
that's what I was getting at. Like at the $140 sale, I'm like, all right, that's not too bad. And then the 80, 90.
No. Look, I don't think it's going to go down anymore to a point where after the show's over, because you got to remember, Dark Horse had a lot of books with Boba Fett, and the Dark Horse brand is pretty cool with the covers and the books.
But a lot of them have already dropped.
No, but now this coming back with Dark Horse. They're coming back with Dark Horse, so it might give a little bit more.
Yeah, but
to the books.
But now what happens when the show neuters anything that happened in the story? Like what happens when the story is meaningless? You can call it canon. I mean, you can call it legends. We can call it whatever you want, but
if they take little bits out, like they've been doing with all the books, they've been taking little bits, like certain.
No, I know they have. But what I'm saying is, what if when they take the bits out, they make this book irrelevant? Because that's never going to happen.
Let's be real. The only reason this book is picking up is because people are gambling on if this is going to be the first appearance of his adopted daughter, or if the other book is going to be a first appearance of his adopted daughter. Either way,
at the prices,
it's not happening.
Well,
you know what I mean?
To be honest, if people actually take into account the lore behind it, the story behind it, her story is not in comics for his daughter. It's really not. She's a baby in this and a freaking hologram, and she's a kid in a book we'll get to later. Like her story is not there. It was fleshed out in the novels. Really cool. And quite honestly, the character in the novels was kind of dumb. Nobody really liked it, and they actually killed off the character in the novels, like unceremoniously.
That's what before they showed up Cobb Vanth, right? Joda Cass would have easily been the Twins of Destruction would have easily been an A book, because you're like, oh well, the character's coming in. But even after they brought that character out, took that little bit and did it, now years later, even though it's the doppelganger of Joda Cass, like they took out a section of that, put it in there. It's honest. that book is not A tier. That's what I'm saying. And if this book is C tier, and then when it like, I think it'd be C tier at $40. I just don't think here.
At $90, I'm not paying $90.
Are we going D? So we went D with it.
Well,
Also, it's baby spec. If you're specking on the daughter or whatever, it's baby spec. I hate baby spec.
that is true.
I mean, baby spec usually doesn't do that good.
It's just at the prices. I mean, $140 for the photo cover, and yes, the $40 sale is.
I mean, I
is
like
interesting,
sales as much as everybody
all
else.
the rest are like $80-$90. That price,
Yeah.
no, tapping out.
But I think at a reasonable price, it's still a C book, is what I'm saying.
Yes,
Mm.
at 40, maybe C, but the majority of the sales are well above that, which is why I got to put it down because I can't advise anyone to go buy this.
Okay, Blood Tie. This is okay now. Blood Ties number 2. And I know what this is where she turns into a kid. I will actually give this more oomph and credibility because the actual storyline of Boba Fett dead.
It's probably the best do-back cover out there.
And the best
Definitely.
the best do-back cover out there.
The premium do-back cover.
But I also can't see this going under C because even at the price, it's still I can't take the story as a whole out of
Well,
it.
this was a $1 book until people realized that it was her as a kid.
Yeah. I agree on that. But I mean, do you like it? Is it the same level as number 7, or do you have it up a little bit from 7?
I have
It's a
this one
better-
up a little bit personally.
It's a better story. I mean, I know we're ranking this book, but this book is taken out of a good story in both the first volume and the second volume.
Yeah.
So for me, if we're including story as part of it, you got to give it a bump over 7, in my
I
opinion.
agree. Dom, what do you
Yeah.
think? C for sure.
I think C.
Yeah, I think C for
Yeah.
sure. I think we're
$40.
Plus, you're right. Best
65.
do-back ever.
Best
Of course,
offer on 40, 43.
Mhm.
At the prices, and you say better story, but I mean, this actually, had like a story about the characters. It wasn't just a hologram. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's actually she's in 2, 3, and 4
Mhm.
periodically, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember the time you can buy the whole 4 issues for
Yeah.
$30.
Yeah.
$30.
Not
I actually
even.
think I bought a set of them for $10 one time.
Yeah.
Like 1, 2, 3, and 4.
And we gotta get everybody's temper down because this book comes up. We went into the variant, but since we talked about Blood Ties, we'll do the 1 and 5 variant for number 1. We always add variants in, so here's the variant we're going to do for one of our 2 variants, and it's Blood Ties number 1, the 1 and 5.
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
This is
I-
one of the books I went out and I bought a 9.8 in, and I made sure to get a 9.8 because finding a 9.8 in a raw is a
It's
freaking chore, man.
Exactly.
That red cover is brutal.
It
It's
is.
a nice red cover too.
so one of the Patrick, one of the 1 and 5s for $60. I still think. I mean, even at that, I think it's cheap.
I mean, that
At
is cheap.
60?
Yeah.
Well,
60 is cheap for that book right now. Yeah, I've seen it go over 100
Yeah.
in the last since the hype of the show came about.
Yeah.
well, the recent sales, we have a 50. We have a 22.50 at auction.
Wow.
60, 30, what is that? 260 and a 270 and a 9.8. Like 80, 500 and a 9.8. 60. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of in that 60.
now Patrick does make a good point. There is the sketch outline, the Diamond Summit one too.
Mhm.
Nah, the red on this just
The
I
red
like
is
the red.
pops. It's just in hand. This thing's gorgeous.
If you have that at 9.8 up on your wall, it looks nice.
I don't, but
this,
I
Maybe.
don't-
this book is how Darkseid came over to Rennavision was because he gave me this book as a gift.
I did. I did find one for you. Or you found it, and I said, "I'll get it."
I mean, I like those prices. What was that, $22.50? I don't know
It was
how crazy that is.
$22.50, but it could have been one of those,
Trash.
weird days where the auction ended on like a Tuesday
Yeah.
afternoon.
That seems like more like
Yep.
56. I mean, I still like it at 50 or 60.
I still do too. I think B. Are we B in it?
And I know people who didn't buy like Dark Horse Star Wars see the 1 and 5, and they're like, "That can't be that rare as a 1 and 5."
I'm at least a B.
But
I am a big fan of this.
the
guy.
1 and
Yeah, I'm a
5
big
are
fan
super
too.
tricky rare for Dark Horse. They really are.
Not Yaddle. Jesus.
Oh no, yeah, we don't have Yaddle. What's that? 14?
Yeah, I got the Russian.
Energy.
No, they're talking about if Yaddle's somebody baby's mama's adopted, whatever. It's not Yaddle. Oh, he did a yellow special already. All right.
We got another Russian? Oh, we did.
Yeah, I got rid of it.
got it.
Tales 718. Tales 18. This is first solo book.
No,
Actually, that was just gibberish. We feel bad calling we're blaming the Russians. It could have just been just nonsense.
it's
It's not first solo book. This is like a story. It's a solo.
it's all Fett
solo.
book.
Yeah, it's an
All 5 Tales stories are
That's
Boba
what I meant
Fett.
by solo. It's not. It's like a full collection of Fett, like only
It's a
Fett
Fett
leading-
special.
Mhm. The B cover, the photo cover is the same as the Underworld cover too. By the way.
Yep.
Which is the photo cover. Yeah.
This is a weird one for Tales because the art cover sells better than the photo. Usually they're kind of equal, but the art cover.
If not, sometimes the photo, like the photo on 7, is a lot more expensive.
What do you think?
Yeah.
B or C on this? What does it go for? Maybe
Which one is this? 18 or 19?
18.
18. Here, I'll look it up.
We'll see. I mean, actually, I like some of the stories that were in this book.
Oh, there's stories in it.
Yeah, and
It was
these
about-
Tales books are thick.
Wasn't this the one that had the Leia telling Han and Lando they're a bunch of bums and they got to go out and do something? Wasn't that one of the stories in here?
35.
On a trip and then Boba Fett tried to capture him.
$35, $30.
Yeah. For the
Photo.
A graded one.
No, the photo's not the same as Underworld, is it?
Mhm.
Or was it Underworld 1?
It's Underworld 3 or 2, whatever the Boba Fett.
No, it's not 2 because I got 2 and 4 next to me.
One's orange and then
Yeah,
It-
the 4 is orange with Bosk.
No, you're right. You're right. It isn't. It's the same as something else though. There was a
Yeah, it is. It is a familiar cover.
Yeah.
But yeah, the photo is 34. The other ones were like $30, $35. It's like $30, which
That's not bad.
not too
Bad at
bad
all.
actually.
B or C? Who's got B or C on
For
this?
Tails.
Hey, Pete, what about a graded one?
I'm kind of in between.
Graded? I didn't see any graded when I was scanning. Let me keep going down. Maybe there's a graded one. Yeah, best offer on 40. Best offer.
I'm kind of between B and C too on this.
There was a 9. What is that? It doesn't give the grade. That's got to be a low grade. An 8.5. I'm sorry. An 8.5 sold for $28 in auction.
That's
Wow.
At auction with 17 bids.
Jeez.
Yeah,
That's the only graded one, at least on eBay when I did the eBay search.
You got B or C on this, guys?
I can go up for these lower prices. I
Yeah, I mean $28 for a
Don't put
slab.
the
That's why I hate to put slabs in because there's always the outliner. For $28.50, it's an A book, but like realistically $30 raw.
yeah, $30 for a raw book if you can find it. Well, all right, it's not awful. It's I mean, that's no more than you're paying for a lot of store exclusives these days. So
Yeah, and the Tales books could take a little more damage because they were thicker, kind of square bound books.
they were.
I
Yeah,
can
these
do
things
C.
are thick. You're 64 pages. You're getting a
What do you say,
little
Dom?
bang for your
You
buck.
see.
All right.
What
are we doing?
What's chat at?
And the chat is.
I can't see the chats.
You're gonna catch up. Oh, maybe you have to rush a BB. I think they gave it B.
Yeah, I don't know if Goat and Sam are on this book or if they're talking about the last, but I do see some B's.
C. No, this goes to C on this, so it's C. Put in C.
Man,
All right, fair enough.
hey, difference between B and C is negligible.
All right, now we get into first title, I guess.
Yeah.
is how we do it. His first title, because we always try to throw his first solo title in. So Star Wars Boba Fett, Bounty on
Barracuda.
Cuda.
Not Barracuda.
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 They got a decent other cover on this one too.
Actually, I like that story. I thought that
Yeah, actually, the story is not bad in this book. I mean, if there's anything to save this book from the trash heap, it's going to be the story.
Yeah.
actually I
Yeah,
like the artwork. I like because that reminds me. Dark Horse used to have a lot of covers like that back in the day.
Mhm.
A lot of the art.
Mhm.
You know, I like that.
I don't know about his pose, though. It almost seems like it's like weirdly like
And his blaster looks
it's going to cause like back pain or something.
Yeah.
D. Are we going D with this?
I'll go B.
Oh, wow.
I like
Normally
it.
I'm up on first self-titled, but I don't know. I can't go higher than D.
I think just because there's so many Dark Horse titles.
Yeah. Well, there were 3 with the title of Boba Fett. There's the half issue, which the half issue has a really good story in it, too.
Yeah.
Did we not put the half issue in this?
We didn't.
No, we didn't put the half.
No, we didn't put the half in it.
I didn't look over. I had a bad morning when I reread this. see that in this. All right, what's the chat saying?
I see
Ooh.
some D's. Barcuda.
I think we're getting D'd.
I'm fair. That's fair.
Jedi, what do you
Okay.
think?
Even though it's his first solo?
I think Jedi Johnson's just
This is one kind of gets lost as a first solo too. Like I don't think a lot of people realize it technically is the first one with his name and of a title. But
yeah.
Well, Jedi told you. These are all Dark Horse books. He's like, I don't fucking know.
All right, Underworld 1. I like the I like this. This is a fun read.
Yeah, I'm in receive mode. I'm learning right now, so I'm good.
All right. Type Underworld.
I put a couple of these next to me.
Jaggy.
hover by guess.
Oof.
Underworld 1. I love Underworld 1. I like him. I like
That was a good read.
I like those. I like how they did the covers where it's like, well, we'll show them later, but I like all the photo covers and everything on them.
Oh, on the rest of the series, but
And the rest,
I mean, well, the whole series had them, but
My only complaint is the it's not it's really relevant, but the Aurora Singh cover to me was always weird. I think it's issue 2.
Yeah. What are the bikini on? Like the bikini
figure out what the chat's going to
type
do.
outfit.
well, we just have hover by guest here.
B? I think B's solid too. Yeah, he's got B.
Eh.
Just lose JJ too? Or do we lose me?
He might have had to step away for a second.
All right, so I think we got that. I think
We're right in that middling range. Do we put it?
it really
slightly above
is.
average?
Actually, if it was the variance, I think it probably would get A. But yeah, I think it's E or B. I think B and C kind of where it's at with the.
I do B. I think B is good.
All right. Well, then you guys already saw the other variant. Here it is. We're doing
variants.
variants. We're doing pretty much 2 and 4 for the under
2 and 4, which and
See,
the ones I got
that's
next
why
to me.
I'd move the A cover down. The number 1, I'd move the A cover down to. I would probably move it down to C because I think this has more weight.
People like the photos. They
Yeah.
do.
I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that likes the photos though. See what Chad has to say about it. But
I
feel
like the art covers better.
They do sell better. Like people search these out a little bit more. Let me get you some pricing here.
get the pricing on the difference between the two.
I'll go with under. I'm just gonna go Underworld and see what comes up. I'm maybe gonna number it. Well, we're not gonna count Jabba. Best offer on $16 for the A of number 1. $7.20 on the A for number 1. Oh well, this isn't fair. 1 through 4, 99 cents. Somebody won an auction for issues 1 through 4, and one of the covers at least is a photo cover.
Right.
All right, it's hard to search it this way. I gotta go off of what do we want? 2? Let's start with 2. Best offer on 950, a SS 92. Best offer on 200. Jeez, $4?
Not that much.
$4 for the photo in November, and the same day the Aura Singh cover that you guys mentioned, only $1.35.
This is not a good cover.
However, both have $33 UK shipping. So if these were purchased in the US,
Yeah, but are they newsstands? Newsstands or regular?
oh
direct?
no, they're just regular photo cover
Yeah.
or photo, and then the art cover.
Okay.
But they came from the UK, so shipping was high if you were outside of the UK.
Exactly. So if you have if it's $1, you're paying $20 for shipping. So
Yeah, that's why it's kind of hard to gauge that.
What's the price on?
They're kind of all over. They're pretty much cheap, but if you count shipping, then we're talking different
Oh,
animals.
they go back to the $5 bins. That's cool. I don't know. I'll put them both in C then, I guess. I don't know. Even
I don't know. I still like them. Like I said, I put them up next to me. I like them.
I like them, but JJ doesn't like them.
No, I just don't like the one cover. I like
Which
the books.
All right.
Which one don't you like?
The Aurora Singh cover looks weird.
Oh,
You know what? But honestly, though, look at what's in C, and then take those 2 books and look what's in B. It's not on the same level. It just isn't. I love them, but it ain't on the same level, guys. Let's be honest. Hey, speaking of the same level,
Let's be
we get
honest.
turned into the Sunday channel where we get to give the whole breakdowns. Dom is going to give all 7 points of why that terrible episode of Boba Fett deserves 7 points. I will break down how that show would have been better.
Come on, Bosk.
I know.
You guys don't like Bosk? I'm still hoping for him to show up a Mando.
We'll also be checking back on last week's Let the Market Decide. There's some of those BK books to see what happened to those over the week. It's going to be interesting. I actually think it's going to be really interesting. And then, we had a couple other books in there too. And there might be something, wink, wink, you should show up for. Wink, 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 wink. Keep it quiet. Keep it.
What are you
secret.
winking about?
The giveaway. Wait, what?
Wait, are you winking about something?
Nothing.
I don't know what you're winking about.
All right.
What are
Next
you
up.
winking about?
Next up. Next up, one of the funnest reads.
Yes.
Boba Fett series.
And an Adam Hughes cover.
Adam Hughes.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I'm a sucker for Hughes.
Oh yeah.
So, am I going to describe the book first, or are we just going to?
No, you go ahead, man.
It's a Hughes book.
All right, you're right. Yeah, but the one thing about this is this book in the insides, it's completely like it says overkill, and that's what it is. Like the whole thing is just very over exaggerated. It's almost like a 90s like action thriller on the inside.
Robert Rodriguez movie?
Hey,
John Wick?
no, it should be what it should be. And by the way, also that gives us a little bit of extra cred is that Adam Hughes did the cover on this one. So
Yes.
where do we have this book? This was one of the books that was kind of like even before the Star Wars craze. You know what I mean? Like in the Dark Horse realm. It was not an expensive book, mind you, but it was still a popular book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one that sells really
Yeah,
well. Like,
it's hard
I mean,
Yeah.
you
you'll
put
find,
it-
you'll find
you put it up
buyers
for an auction or a sale or Mercari, wherever the heck you want to put it, and it'll sell. It might not sell for a crazy amount of money, but it'll sell.
Well, I mean, look, the only point that I'll take away from Wayseeker is we use that for the other book in A. So I'm not saying that it's not an A book.
Yeah.
Don't ask me because I'm biased.
Cover does count, but it's the insides too. I mean, like the book is actually good on the anybody who's read this book, did anybody not like this book?
Mhm.
The
I thought it was
inside-
awesome.
I thought it
read it a long time ago.
JJ, you're usually
No, it's good.
okay.
15?
There you go.
All right. I'm in.
A.
So is it A?
I'm
Hey,
in for that at these
yeah,
prices.
I think there's nothing
15,
left.
20 bucks.
15 $20. It's underrated. That's almost S tier at that price. These things were going for like $10, $5 and $10 like 4 years
It's
ago.
one of those books that it's literally like there's no spike to it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's plateaued and pretty much
You'll
stayed that way.
find a buyer.
All right.
You sell it, but you won't sell it for crazy amount of money, but you'll sell it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's liquid.
Mhm.
All right. All right. I like it.
All right, Yucks.
I know they did a lot of next. We're probably gonna review the novel too. Oh my god.
I don't know if I'm going to finish. I'm going to get through as much as I can, but I don't think I'm finishing before Sunday.
This is a cool entry because I like it.
Dude, I had to find this. I thought it was just regular classic Star Wars. I'm like, why the hell do you guys pick this?
This is when they did all the classic Star Wars type stuff like this. It was the cutouts for the
Strips.
newspaper. Yeah, comic strips in the newspaper. And this cover's dope. JJ, please take over for a second.
Yeah, this is so this was reprints the first newspaper strip appearance of Boba Fett, which is if I remember right, Frozen World of Orta was the title of the newspaper strip. Which is really different. The newspaper strip appearance kind of modeled itself after his appearance in the Droids or the holiday special.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different look and everything, but it's an interesting pickup, and it's got a really good Boba Fett cover. Like it's out of all the classic Star Wars covers, it's probably one of the best. And it's also features the last newspaper strips written by Russ Manning, who's historically speaking in Star Wars a big deal for comics at least.
Yeah,
Rex Manning. I was like, Russ Manning. I was like, no.
Yeah,
it's Russ
I like a lot of these comic strips that they put together. There's also a purple cover for a Luke book that's irrelevant to here. These are probably usually pretty cheap too, because nobody looks at them.
This is one that sells for the cover more or less. Like I don't know that people know or even care about the reprint of his first inside, but
What is the value of this? I would assume like
I'm gonna look this up because I didn't know this book. Like I said, when you guys listed, I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Oh."
There's actually a bunch of underrated ones. There's a Star Wars one that has got it's a purple cover with Luke on it too, which is similar.
Right.
It's got
$13, $20 shipping though. 14, $6
yeah, so it'll be
shipping.
a $10 book.
10 to 15.
10 to 15.
Ooh, $2.25 back in November at auction.
Yeah, put into C.
$2.25.
Yeah, at auction,
Wow.
November 20th. 2 bids.
I think you got put in C. I mean, I really do. I don't think you can.
Yeah.
I don't hold the B weight, unfortunately.
Well, newspaper strips. It's kind of fun. I mean,
Yeah, I think it's a fun book.
fun,
I
but
personally am B, but I can see it in C. I don't know.
Yeah,
But I'd personally put it higher, but
yeah,
you
but I
guys
mean,
do me a favor.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, put one in trash just so I can see Dom's response. I've been waiting, waiting.
I don't think we can.
oh, I got one coming in trash. Don't worry.
Oh, is that why you put
It's
that
probably
there?
the one I really like.
Okay, up next.
Oh, you might have it.
Trash. This is garbage. Number 4, JTC. Just garbage.
Like that cover.
Put in garbage.
Nope.
Zero significance.
Come
Zero.
on, the action figure variants. Awesome.
Yeah, except there's 30 of these things.
yeah. So this one for me is like I can't go any higher than D, and I almost agree with Marco to agree. Like I would put it higher if he didn't delude himself and do almost the exact same cover with the Empire Strikes Back logo on it for War of Bounty.
This one was a variant that was issued. I didn't know this existed until when I actually saw it. He just snuck them into the. It was a variant. It wasn't a regular.
Yeah, it's an exclusive. He did it for C2E2. Yeah. But
Price for you guys.
What's the price?
I'm trying to get it. I'm not finding it. Like with my searches, I just got to figure out how to.
I mean, 4
title.
on the other hand. I mean,
Give me shit.
what's
Wait.
the inside of 4 again?
Best offer on 60.
4 is-
so I don't know.
4
what
really
the
doesn't have
exact-
anything to do with him. 4 is
4 is Santa
Santa
Star.
Staros in
And
disguise.
Star Wars. So there's no good guts for him in this book.
No, 75.
Ooh, this is 75, huh?
22.50 at auction though.
It sells well. I just
Yeah,
don't like it.
another one.
And I don't like it for the price it's at. And I don't like the fact that he did almost the exact same cover later on.
Well, you know why they did that?
I definitely. Somebody wanted me to put the black cover in for what I was like.
They're
No,
mimicking the
I should have. It would have been trash.
vintage cards.
I know he's mimicking the vintage
We know
cards,
he's
but
doing.
when you do an expensive book that a lot of people put, because exclusive books are expensive, they're not cover price.
They start
So-
expensive.
And then you sell almost the exact same cover at cover price. Like, I don't know. To me, that degrades
Well,
a
it
little
has the
bit.
Empire Strikes Back on it compared to Star Wars. Now they
I know, but
got
it's
the other
almost the same cover. I mean,
one. Yeah.
even the position of the figure on the cover, I think, is about the
No,
same.
I mean, I hate to trash this book. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, I think it's D for
You
sure.
just said trash. You came out saying
I was
trash.
I know. I know. If they did the black
I don't wanna
look of it
trash it,
or whatever, I would have put it into trash. But this one, I think, is just. I don't think it's trash.
I like JTC, but I do
I
not.
don't know, dude. If somebody in the comments says trash, we'll trash it. But if they don't, we're leaving it out of the trash.
Yeah, nobody's
what
voted
is
on this
worse,
one yet.
This one or Star Wars Adventures 9? I don't know what that was too.
I don't know what it is either.
Star Wars Adventures 9. As you're saying, like the variant cover, is that what you're saying?
Which one was Star Wars Adventures 9 again?
Was that the horrible, like, finger
Fett
wood
walking?
thing?
Oh,
that was High Republic
Yeah,
Adventures.
The wood fingers. You're right. Ooh,
Oh,
Well, that was High Republic Adventures, but yeah, that was horrible.
Star Wars 4.
That book I would trash.
Yeah.
well, you're a Wookiee fan.
If he's buying an action figure,
Don't
he's
count.
buying yeah. All
Sure,
right.
you're biased, just like Dom.
Nobody trashed it, so Dom got saved from trash. There's only 2 more books. There's 5 and 6.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the
well,
story-
it's
Oh,
the
because of
Luke-
the story. Yeah,
yeah.
Boba
It
Fett's
carries over to the next book. Starts in 5, ends in 6.
I actually really like this portion.
I spotlighted 6 because I like the cover better with the.
I like this portion of rewriting the canon. I thought it was really good where he finds them and then finds the journal, and then they used it like 6 other times, so I thought it was really stupid after that. But
it's just, I don't know.
I don't know. To me, it's. I
Just
like
meh.
it, but on the other hand, I don't. Like, I find the story to be a little bit cheesy from the standpoint of, like, why would Luke go back there? To, like, where maybe if I go back to where my master lived, nobody will track me down. Oh wait, yes, they will, because they expect to look for me there.
No, maybe, but he was going to Obi-Wan's hut. Nobody really knew Obi-Wan's hut at the time, so I could. That's
apparently
what I was
Boba
good
Fett
story.
did.
You know,
Well, Star Wars has never made the most amount of sense.
That's true. Yeah.
Hey, let's take Anakin's kid. Where should we put him? I don't know. Give him to his brother-in-law.
Put him back on the planet that he.
Put him back on the planet that he's
father
from
came
with his
from.
relative. Maybe he won't find him there. Should we change his name? Nah. Call him
Nah, leave it the
Leave it
same.
Skywalker.
Zero time.
Maybe a C.
That'd be cool.
I'd
I'm
go
gonna let you guys
Ds.
rate on this one. What? D on JJ?
Yeah.
Does chat have anything for this book?
Yeah, I'm just kind of in that C minus kind of D range. It's just meh.
We shouldn't have done 2 either. We should have just done 1 on this, but
That would have helped.
no, I don't think so. I think maybe you could have All right. Last book. Let's hope it gets some. This book, I'm not gonna give the first opinion on it. I'm gonna let somebody else, but
I'll give it a first opinion on it if you want.
sure, here you go. Bounty Hunters 1.
I didn't buy it. You know why I didn't buy it?
Why?
Because I didn't really like it. If you really look at this thing, is this really the best Boba Fett helmet you've ever seen? Because that's all they're giving you. They're giving you a headshot of Boba Fett.
Yeah, but first appearance on the cover.
I don't care. I'm just
Yeah,
going off the
I
cover.
actually like the first.
When we're dealing with incentive covers, like that's why I look at the cover. Like I get it, the guts might have something, but you can also get those same guts in a lot of other versions. If I'm going to pay a premium for a 1 in 50, you have to sell me on that 1 in 50.
But if you're a Boba Fett collector like me, I'm buying it.
Well, that's
I'm not
your own bias.
Very few people are Boba Fett.
Yeah,
This
it is
to that
book
level.
is actually this book, for whatever reason, maybe it's, I don't know, just because I want what I can't have a lot of times. This book is my white whale. This thing surfaces. I kind of wanted it in a 9.8. I do like the cover art. That's the reason why I would be buying it. This thing surfaces. It's up pretty much all the time for a buy it now, but every once in a while, like now, it'll surface as an auction, and the price will just skyrocket.
well, that's because
a
of the
9.8.
show. Dude,
I mean, no, I don't know if it is. I mean, even before the show, this was a.
Yeah,
like a
Well, yeah, well, that's what I
$400-500
mean. It's because
book in
still
9.8.
the fervor for the show is still carrying this
It does
right
have.
now.
Is it Nakano Lash? So it does have a minor first appearance.
Yeah, is it?
Well, not even that. So this is what I'm going to say about this. This was my submission for a variant, and why I submitted it for the variant is because when I first saw this book in the previews, I was like, yeah, kind of what you guys said. Then when I saw it in person, I didn't just buy one; I bought 2. And
It
unfortunately,
does present better in person.
to a friend,
Yeah, maybe that's why.
If not, I would give it to Jedi, another friend. But like, yeah, I told my friend like you have to have
150 raw.
cool guy. And I gave it to him. And I got him for cover. They used to be like 25. Was that what it was? A 1 in 25?
No, it's
1
the
in 50.
1 in 50.
I got him for 25.
That's why. I mean,
They weren't even like that high at the time because nobody was really looking at the series. So,
There's an auction going right now and it's already up. I think like $250, and it's still got like 5 days left for a 9.8.
buy it now for $200 on Christmas.
oh no!
Raw.
I don't know what a Grum is.
No, that was raw.
I don't know what Grum is. Like in this actual book, Bosk looks fucking badass. And by the way, the next one after this was number 2, which had Bosk on the cover. It looked terrible. It's like one of the worst Bosk variants ever.
There's a Michael Gold cover too.
But this,
No, it's a Johnson.
I'm not sure even here this does this book justice. Like when you see this in person, it looks like the helmet. I don't know how they made it look but it looks like the helmet shines.
Really? Again,
yeah.
I'm unimpressed with the cover.
I wasn't gonna buy it. I bought 2, bro. I mean,
I haven't seen it in person. You said it's different in person.
Yeah.
I get that. There's a lot of books that do present differently in person.
the red's dope on it in person, and I think it's the red that somehow makes the silverish tan of it or the silverish.
A 9 would be nice. 9.8 on that. I have a.
I've only seen one wild out in the wild that was in California. It was a wall comic on one of the shops I went to, and they were asking. I think they were asking 500 raw for that thing. And I was like, God.
Whoa, get out of here.
It did look good. It looked great.
Crazy.
It was a great looking comic, but
See, that's what the market is right now. If you look up the Dave Johnson cover right now on eBay, there's a $500 buy it now with 34 watchers. There's that auction Jedi you talked about. That's at 246. That still has a few days, 5 days, almost 6 days. It's 5 days and 21 hours. Still 6 days to go.
Wait, you're telling me this is a $500
$34 9.8 with $70 shipping from the UK. So there's a $800 plus 9.8 out there. So yes, it's
okay.
pricey.
No. If you were to tell me like this is around the $200 for this book, okay, but around $800, no.
It's gonna be $1,000 books.
Or 9.8.
Or 9.8.
Yeah, for a 9.8, these were easy though because they were ratios and there wasn't
look at
any
it this
ball
way.
on them, and they were like they came in and they weren't getting pushed around. No,
I know you don't want to compare books to other books, but let's have the variant super battle now. We put the Boba Fett is dead.
Yeah, I'm going Boba Fett is dead all the
I
way.
mean, in a B, we
I'm
put that
fine.
in a B. It's a far cheaper variant. In my opinion, it's actually a harder
It
to
is.
get variant too.
I agree.
And we put that in a B. It's much cheaper. You can put this at the same level.
Same level.
I don't know at the price that it's at.
I think when you see, well, not at $800.
All right, well,
I mean, that's
even
part of it.
$500.
I'm gonna abstain from even saying because I have an emotional like
Jedi's emotionally
this thing
compromised.
yeah, this thing teases me so much that I'm kind of like emotionally.
Okay,
Let's start a Jedi fund.
what do you think, Jedi?
Jedi
Where
fund.
do you have it at, Jedi?
I don't know if I could give it. I mean, it's to me, it's proven to be unobtainable for me. So I'd give it like a B, just because if I was able to have one, if I had one in one of my boxes here, I would probably give it an A because I can't seem to get one at a decent price, I'll give it a B.
I actually am now looking at B and seeing that 1 in 5 is actually probably should be, if not B plus, it's an A minus.
Hold on. I'm curious of something.
What would
While
you
you guys
say?
are talking, you guys can keep talking. But
What would
I'm
you
looking-
say if I moved the 1 in 5 up to A and then put this book in B? Would that? I mean, I'm saying like when I look at this compared to the other Bs, I think it sits at least in the middle, if not towards the upper portion, because of the price. It sits kind of probably towards a B minus. But there's no book that's on the B level that I think is higher than the variant.
Joe's Doolin is correct. The Bounty Hunters 11 in this series is like the best boss cover. With him like knife and it has a perspective thing going on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just had to bring that up. Unrelated.
Unrelated. Well, no, I think him in his reflection here is pretty good too, but it's not really a boss cover.
let's see here. So 61, almost
Star
62,000.
Wars TikTok. Zaggy, why don't you start a Star Wars TikTok for us? Get us in the chat.
At least 1,200
I don't know what
plus
Star Wars
of
TikTok
this
is.
book, potentially. Copies.
How much?
1,200 plus copies. My guerrilla math going off of print run and estimated print run and ratio. There's about 62,000 copies of the regular book. So
And
if
a
I'm doing
lot
my
of
math
them,
correctly in my head,
I can't give you the number, but I know a lot of these are graded, right? I mean, I haven't seen.
Yeah,
I
we're
can't-
getting some grades
Well,
for
I mean,
being here.
I think it was a number one. It was a fairly high ratio, so I think a lot of people
was.
submit them to grading on that alone.
Yeah.
People liked them coming out the gate.
it was a new Star Wars title at the time too.
Yeah, and it
People
came
didn't
in.
know
It had
what
the
to
hype of being a
expect.
Valance title, which you hadn't seen Valance in forever.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, Marco's right. I mean, just looking at the cover itself, it's a really great cover. You put it inside a slab, it looks even better. For some, I mean,
Nice
it just
wall.
really does.
Nice
Any
wallpaper.
comic does really, but this
Yep.
one to me really does.
I just wonder if we should move. I wonder if we should move the 1 in
It's
5.
like a
up.
shuffle the 1 and 5.
There are 175 in the CGC.
When I think about Overdrive, or Overkill, I think Overkill and the 1 and the 5 are in the same
Oh, you know
tier.
what? Why don't you put both of them in A?
What?
You're saying put this one and the
Overkill's
1
an
and
A.
5 in A.
The 1 and 5 was down in B,
Oh,
but I'm
The
fine.
1 and 5 can move up. The 1 and 5 can move up. At this price, this can't move up there. There's no way.
That's not on the
It
same
could be in
level.
B. We can do that.
I did B.
All right, you know what? Put it in B then. All right.
Yeah, B it is. All right, there
You
you
know, I'm
go.
so happy you guys gave Dom this victory because he's had a rough day with episode 3 being what it was, and for him
You
to get
saw
through this
him-
entire
Good
thing,
for him. He wasn't
for
disappointed.
him to get through
Oh,
this
no
entire
shit.
process
He's so
without
sweaty.
a single comic in the trash is awesome. Congratulations!
Thank
Dom.
you.
You saw
deserve
him sweating. You saw him sweating, trying to say 7 out of 10.
Well,
Gonna make excuses for that.
Listen,
let's be honest here. We're all Star Wars
because
super fans.
I might be
Were we
seeing
really
something
gonna
you guys
trash
didn't
Boba Fett?
see. So when the time comes,
That's
I'll
true.
explain.
Oh, I mean, you're right.
There's
I
still
don't
plenty
think
I saw that I didn't say anything about because we couldn't go spoilers, but there's
Yeah.
still plenty wrong. But they're still good. Again, it's not terrible. It's not
Oh,
garbage. Like
just wait till Sunday.
this guy says.
If you guys think I was, I had to take off the long sleeve to get the short sleeve going on. But if you think Sunday I'm going to let that slide, I'm coming to play, dude. I'm open. It's only 20 degrees outside. I'm opening up the windows and everything. I'm going.
Oh, we should film like
Yeah,
an
I hope we don't
actual-
have too many segments scheduled for Sunday because that one segment on the Boba review will probably take an hour and a half.
I wish we could film like an actual like one of those live YouTube reaction videos of Marco watching that episode.
No, you know what?
I can see having like night sweats and like.
Oh no. So this is really what happened. That honest truth. I was like trying to get there. I was trying to get my other stuff done. And I feel bad because I didn't get, like whenever you can't do the extras in your day, you know what I mean? And then I was running behind with my normal work stuff because I really did it. Like typically it doesn't, like none of this stuff bothers me, but for some reason this episode bothered me. But yeah, I just woke up. I grabbed the iPad. I was like, oh, don't look at any messages. Don't look at anything. I have to finalize the Boba Fett list. I was like, I'll do it after I watch some Fett. I start watching it and I pause the video and go, I should probably just finish that Fett list. So,
You guys want to speed through some toys before we call it a night? We still got Star Wars toys.
Gee, let's go.
If you don't want to, I understand.
No,
it's already
It's queued up. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Oh my God, there's 4 books. He's right. There's 4 books, and 2 of them we've been shouting about. So
Lord. Yeah. Well, like after? No,
God, I haven't even read any books yet.
All right, so we do have the vintage toy market watch. I'm not going to play that video intro, but I decided since we're doing Boba Fett to just focus them all on Star Wars. So, for you Star Wars fans out there, that's what we're going to look at. We are going to look at an AFA graded Slave 1, graded 75.
You forgot to
1981
Boba Fett ship.
Boba Fett starship. For you newer collectors, I guess.
Slave one.
They were asking $3,900. They accepted $2,650.
You got to steal.
It's still a healthy price.
I know, but graded.
Oh yes, it's great. Like,
now that the name has changed, it's going to be even more.
By comparison, I looked up. This was on January 10th. That one I showed you because I tried to grab sales that were done during the last week. Since our last show, that's what we're looking at. But when I went back to January 2nd, there was a graded 80, which is, again, only 5 over. It's the next grade up from 75. That sold for $4,600 on a best offer.
Yeah, but that's a big difference between
that 5% is really big. That 5.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying that jump in grade.
But that's a good deal what he got because I'm telling you, because the name change of the ship, they're going to relaunch the ship again with the other name.
Same
asking price.
Nope. You see,
Star Wars is still the same name.
Yeah. Asking price. There's a 70, a graded 70 that's asking $4,500 with 14 watches.
Yeah.
So yeah, you might be right. The $2,650 could be a bargain when you factor in all of this.
I would definitely love that.
Has anybody ever seen an AFA? I mean, like on eBay, has anyone ever seen a listing AFA less than 70? I don't know if I have.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
I've seen it at a convention too.
I just assumed people weren't listing them because they weren't 70
This
or higher.
75 with the tape on the box.
Yes,
there was
box. What was it?
There was actually one
75.
that was opened in a convention I went to, and I was interested. The guy wanted 900 and change for it, and the box was almost destroyed. I was like,
and it was graded.
It was great. It wasn't graded, but it was raw. But the graded one I seen was a 5.0. Guy wanted about $1,500 for a 5.0.
Okay. Yeah, I've never seen one.
See, again, I didn't know they went down too with the lower grades. But I did do one more graded. This time we have a graded Boba Fett, but the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett figure. An AFA 70 was asking $4,000. They accepted $3,500, and then an AFA graded 80 sold for $4,600.
Yep. Does anybody know if and this is just a random question? The way AFA encapsulates these card back. Does it support the bubble? Because most people, that always makes you nervous, right?
No, the card. It supports the card more than anything else. The bubble doesn't.
Yeah, see, the bubble,
that glue gives.
That, though. The glue fails. If
that glue fails, you just have a loose figure bouncing around inside a.
What I'm saying is like it actually support like how it seals in there. It's not supposed to let the glue do what you're saying.
It's supposed to like press or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Keeps the pressure
perhaps
on the
the
glue.
the steel is all the pressing against the plastic, so it
Yeah.
doesn't.
I would hope so, because that would suck.
What was all contained?
But yeah, it also give you a sense of the asking prices. There is another AFA 80 asking about $8,000 with 18 watchers, and then there's an AFA 70, but it's a 21 back. I know there's all these different versions. That's actually their not the original, but I guess it is the original. That's the 1979 version.
Yeah.
That's asking $20,000
That's crazy.
because that's not the Return of the Jedi version. The one we were showing was the Jedi version, which is technically, I guess, the second Boba Fett because it was in Jedi. So the not Jedi Empire figure. So the Empire figure is asking $20,000 for a graded 70.
Yeah, Jedi. I want to show you a graded one from AFA. I have this. It's a Jango Fett. This is a
I'm gonna put you up on the
8.5.
spotlight.
You see,
So
That's
what
great.
year is that? Is that like 90s or
Well,
2000?
this is more of the newer ones, but this one is actually going for almost $300 right now.
But isn't the inside of the box somehow supposed to get it so that there doesn't allow
No, well,
curation is the oxygen
Yeah.
level getting inside?
if you look at where the bubble with the bubble is,
Yeah, tap on it.
you see the gap.
Yeah.
So there is a gap.
Yeah, that makes me nervous.
Yeah. So then what if the glue fails?
If the glue fails, the bubble's going to fall off, and the figure's just going to drop.
Yeah, but I
See,
think,
then that doesn't make you nervous.
Captain Obvious, okay.
but I think what they sell it as when you talk to them, they use all this science and
India folks better look at what the figure looks like. This is
they're telling you that there's no like thing in there that would make it deteriorate. The glue deteriorate, so it stays in the same shape.
They don't have
They,
a
vacuum
a
seal
bubble.
it somehow.
Yeah, some shit like that. Who knows? The guy gives this big long speech and gives you a card and talks forever, and you're like, "This is my."
I mean, I would hope so because that would
Look
be
at that.
terrible.
Free Emperor with 5 proof of purchases.
Yeah.
You guys gonna mail away Emperor?
No.
I had one a long time ago.
Oh yeah, I did. I
I
do.
See, look how yellow that bubble is.
I know.
That's not even.
I
that
think
bad.
I have 3 of the Boba Fett Boba Fett action figures. And they're either Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi. I do not
This is
know
the
how
only
to
group-
read
Yeah,
it.
it's gonna be a little tougher. I guess you can look at the little stamp on the figure. The little.
Yeah, you got like Taiwan editions,
Yeah.
Hong Kong. Yeah,
So many
weird.
variants.
Well, that's where they were all
Crazy.
made for the most part. They were made overseas.
There's Hong
A
Kong
lot of-
variants, I think. I know there's Taiwan. There may be another one. I don't know.
You
It's
have
hard to
the
tell.
was it the pilot? Or was it Paloy? Was the London UK? The company.
I have
that
no
was the
idea.
Canon company.
I bought them at a secondhand toy store up in Rhode Island
Yeah.
before they blew up. I mean, I don't know what they go for now. I think I paid like between $15 and $20 a piece for them at the time.
Zaggy, that's what we should do on the TikTok, the Star Wars TikToks is bronze action figures. Just bronze them.
Well, what about a newer action figure from 2007? The comic pack for Boba Fett, where you get the Star Wars 81 included with it. $80, which is pretty much the asking price right now, too. So that's kind of the going rate on this one. It's about $80.
Hey, Pete, let me ask you a question. How much do you think if they had a comic pack 2-pack that had 42 in there, issue 42 with Boba Fett, how much do you think that would be today?
Eh,
Around the same.
If they came out back when these came out, or if they came out like
Yeah.
now.
So now, but back when, but now, like if they had.
no, I know what you're
issue that
saying
had-
now, but I'm thinking of like it would depend on what other figure was with him. If it's just the 42, I don't think like the reprint part of it being 42.
Yeah, it's going to be a reprint, right?
Yeah, if it was him and like Bosk.
Boss with
Yeah.
the purple.
Well,
Oh,
okay,
see, then you're getting like real specific, and it's like
257.
It's because look, those are his comic colors.
96.
Yeah.
But this one, he's got who is this with him? R.
What is that?
Yeah. I have it
I
up.
think.
I have it up there somewhere.
Yeah, but that's just to give you a sense of what the figure. But again, this is like $80 for this pack, and you get the the 30th anniversary.
droid.
Hey,
81.
Peter, you going to start doing a segment like this on on the show on Sunday? Because if so, man, I may have to cut out early because this is really. I'm wanting to go on eBay right now and start looking at some of these.
We do this every Wednesday or
Every Wednesday.
Not on
No, we
Star
don't.
Wars.
I just
not for
started
Star
doing
Wars.
this.
We started last week, so just tell people, hey, this is the premiere show for the
Look at
crossover.
this one. the Jaster Muriel comic 2-pack, $600 ask, $450 is what was accepted. But this one's tough.
Yeah.
Tough.
This is a tough one. Entertainment Earth exclusive, I think. So you can see the prices aren't crazy. It sold for $415. It sold for $500. It sold for $350 before. So this is a pricey comic 2-pack, and this comes with the Open Seasons 2, I think, is in there. And you see the asking prices. The ones that are out there right now are $500, $540, starting at $525. Craziness.
Yep.
But it's pretty cool. I mean, you got these 2 figures. I mean, where are you going to find these figures? And if you can find these figures loose, these are very expensive figures as well.
Yes, they are.
If you can find them loose. So I did these comic 2-packs on a video on the channel a while back. So if you are interested in this stuff, go check the toy section. Somebody likes the toy videos.
On Rennavision.
Check Rennavision for the toy figures. Because these are some cool. There's some cool figures here. I'm telling you. But yeah, you get that comic as well. And those comics you can sometimes find in those cheap boxes. If you look, they usually have not for resales. Those toy figure ones. Just keep an eye out for them because
The way I always spot them is the Lucas Books logo.
Yeah. There you go. Very good point, JJ. All right, so those I think are our carded ones. I got a couple more. We don't have a ton. I think I got one more new in box. This is just kind of fun. The Jawa punching bag. Look at that. Grand.
A punching bag.
Remember when we did that auction?
Punching bag. There was also the Chewbacca inflatable, but this was the Jawa.
Darth Vader 2.
I had that.
Well, if you still had it, it's a grand.
remember like 3 years ago or 2 years ago, Pete, we did these in that auction for what's his name, the director guy. It was one of the first Dark Side shows I ever did. We reviewed the auction, and these were definitely not going for this price at that time.
Really? Oh, I don't know, but at least a month ago, look, the 30 bids, they got one up to $1,000 last in December. So this January 8th sale for $1,000 wasn't out of the price range of what this is going for now.
I always picks on the Jawas.
But yeah, look at these kids. They're just beating the shit out of a Jawa.
That's so cool.
I couldn't find a good picture of one inflated, but I did find one with it, out of the box, just deflated. To give you a sense. I used to have a Rocky. I did not have a Jawa one. I had a Rocky 3 one, I think, inflatable punching bag that I remember beating the hell out of.
I bought one and gave it to my godson.
Back then, the toys were so awesome.
They were.
Oh, man.
They really were. I was trying to show my son. He's been watching like Clash of the Titans because he's been reading the Percy Jackson books. And I was like, the Kraken, like the original Kraken from 1981 is still by far.
Oh, I love that.
Were like my 2 favorite toys from when I was a kid. Like I just love
So I just bought something on eBay. It's probably it's being shipped right now that would fit perfect with this segment you got going, Pete. It probably will not be here by the Sunday show. Hopefully it's here sometime next week. But yeah, it would fit perfect with this. Now I really can't wait to show it off when I get it. Hopefully it arrives in 1 piece.
I can't wait to see what the hell you bought.
Oh, that's cool.
Here's a sandcrawler.
Cardboard? Where's the cardboard?
What cardboard? This is an incomplete sandcrawler from what I gathered. For $510 on 34 bits.
See?
Vintage
stuff.
The vintage in there. Look, you look at some of the other price, and again, that was January 11th, and then I grabbed some other sales that were semi-recent. $620 on January 9th, best offer on $600, $350 in December. Like some of this stuff is just expensive, and then right now, if you want to go buy one, $1,200. You tested, but it works. And then there's one that's $175 at auction, and then
I had that. I gotta find the picture. I had that, but not in the picture I had with the Christmas stuff. But I had that. All these.
I did not have a sandcrawler. My cousin, did, but I did not.
The segment with Dom and Jedi on his Jedi buying stuff, and Dom being like, "Hey, I had that at one point."
Oh man.
Yeah, but here you go. It's the big brown block.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to see the box, here was the box.
There it was.
Radio control.
And it was, again, you can see radio controlled.
That is so
not
cool.
Remote controlled. It was radio controlled back in those days.
The back of the box have something on it, like a sand dune or something?
I think you're right, but I didn't grab a picture of it. I only grabbed a picture of the front of the box. But yeah, I think it was like a backdrop.
Yeah, the cardboard cutout. That's what.
Yeah, backdrop.
Yeah, backdrop.
Damn.
But look, refunds up to $3 with proof of purchase. Like,
Did it turn, or does it only go forward and backward?
Forward.
I don't know. I didn't have
it actually went forward and backward.
It didn't turn.
No turning.
It'll
Can't
turn
turn
if
it.
you kick the back of it a
grab it.
little bit.
Yeah, no. Well, back in the day, they had that carpet, the green and the orange and the yellow. You want to hit one of those burrows, it would go to the left if you could get it going fast. Snag. So
My man, this is a cheap one, but I had to put this in here because I was kind of hoping we'd see him at some point on the season. We still might. We still got 4 episodes. Salacious Crumb, Return of the Jedi, loose, $16.
Lucy.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's about the price. I mean, you can get him as cheap as $9 or $10. He's pretty cheap. Granted, he's very tiny. It's a a non-posable figure. It's just like a little PVC guy. And you can see there's still there's copies. There's still figures out there for $9. It looks like the same seller that's been selling them.
So wait, he didn't come He didn't come by himself. He came with a set or something, right?
Yes.
They didn't come with
Jabba's
Jabba's drone or whatever.
This is what he looks like, but I believe yes, he came with the Jabba set.
Jabba set.
Yeah, that makes sense.
With the which didn't make sense that Jabba was sitting on the bit and then it opened, and it was like skulls underneath.
They shouldn't have slid forward.
Yeah, it'd be like if you could imprint on somebody. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh. At least he didn't have a rat to wipe his forehead.
Oh yeah, just sweat.
Oh, Jabba did it. The rat came back. I don't know if you saw it, but the rat came back.
He did. Told you he didn't kill it.
No, I think it did, but I think it is like rags, like JJ said. Because if you look,
it's a sweat rag. It's
most of it and threw it away.
You tried in the first
This is
episode.
the last one I got.
And the second episode.
This is the last thing I found. This is just a collection of parts. Basically, a collection of weapons that's sold for $1,700 with 58 bids.
Do you want to understand the reason why those weapons are that much money? Because when
No.
people are trying to make complete figures,
Yeah, they're hard as hell. And there's a
they're
lot
hard
of them
to
there.
complete because different color. Like there's like a Boba Fett with a blue gun. You have to find that blue gun for that Boba Fett to be.
You know
complete.
why I don't understand why they are that much money? Because 3D printers exist.
Yeah,
that's true.
Exactly. JJ, that's exactly what I was thinking. Is there any way to prove that these are original productions and not reproductions or 3D prints?
No.
Yeah.
Because at $1,700, that's worth the effort of printing these little fuckers.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying there isn't a way to figure it out. For the common person who's spending the money, there isn't a way. There is probably a way if you decide to destroy the toy to get it tested to see if the plastic is from 1983 or 1981 or 1979 or whenever the hell it might be from. But
take a biopsy.
Yeah. I mean, I just grabbed some pictures of some of the things that were in this collection. You can see like a little helmet, little bow. Looks like I don't know what this black cane is. Like I don't remember a black
Yoda. Under the Emperor. The Emperor had that.
Yeah, he was,
Emperor.
Oh, okay.
And then I see the what do you call it? The staff from one of the Ewoks, the chieftain dude. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
That's above the bow.
Okay. That's
Yeah. But
No,
no,
you said they're not that detailed, so he may be right.
yeah, I think so.
One thing, this looks like a zip tie. Is that like one of the original
at
zip
that
ties?
They have to make those. They have to make those some way, right?
I was looking
like,
at well, there it's
couldn't you-
molded. It's mold Pete. It's like a sheet of molding.
Well, wouldn't it be almost worth it then to make my
Or
own
twist
bowl?
tie, really.
Try to sell them for $1,700.
Yeah, like the boss gun there, the blue one that's on the slant too. Like that's a hard angle to. And then Han had
forget the angle. What about the original lightsabers? This little yellow, this little yellow saber. How hard is this to fabricate? It's a stick with a little
It
tab.
doesn't have the tip on it either. So
Yeah, I saw
I
the
mean-
top of that. Yeah, like these little insects or insect on this blaster on Leia's thing.
Yeah, this stuff can be tough.
Thing too to get in here to the point where there's a lot of little intricate details on these, so they couldn't be.
Well, I guess it depends. If you have an original, you can make more, right?
Well, I don't know, and I don't know enough about the figures. Was there one thing in that was like made it super expensive, or was it just that it was so many?
They had both the guns that look like the common guns that weren't. There's the one that came with Han that wasn't. It was a couple pages back. That was
Still
not
$1,800. This lot
strap on those straps were snapping off all. These look brand new. Those are in very good condition.
Maybe because they are.
They probably are.
That's what I got for our toys.
the only way I would pay that much money is if I had like one of the tall snaggletooths or whatever, and he had a very specific gun, and I wanted to send it into AFA, and I knew they'd know the difference, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, but even then, you got. I mean,
I don't know. Those guns, those weapons look suspiciously
new.
Clean, like they were
Yeah.
clean.
Hey,
those were
they're preserved. They put them in Ziploc bags and put them away.
Could be.
I've uncovered a lot of Ziploc bag Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
It's not
Hey.
like,
Well,
You know what?
they would have had it never been played with.
Yeah.
But that would be weird to just
know
have
another
just the
thing?
weapons then.
did you see that? Did you see the staff? Did you see the Yoda? Like that?
Yeah.
That thing was like that thing. If you looked at it, it would bend. There was no stress marks in any of those, so they never were put in anybody's hands.
Well, you
You
gotta
know,
understand,
another great thing about Han Solo is that his old action figure would hold the blaster better than any of the other action figures. Some of them would be like all crooked and stuff. They
gave him like the bigger hands, since he had the
they gave him the perfect hand. The others were just like they'd be holding their blaster like stormtrooper aim. They'd be like pointed like that way.
Did you just tell me there's a flashlight with a piece of plastic? Yeah.
I think
You know-
I've told the story before about the way all my Star Wars action figures ended up. I haven't told that story.
Nope.
When I was a kid, like we had like this hideously long shag carpet,
Mm-hmm.
and like my brother and I would always play on it. And when, like the last, because well, it was my age, like the last Star Wars movie I saw when I was like a really little kid would have been Return of the Jedi. So we always imagined, oh, this shag carpet's like the Forest of Endor or something. But we would always lose the weapons in the shag carpeting. My dad would always like end up stepping on them. So quite literally, like he would like make us super glue the weapons into their hands. So we quit losing them in the shag carpeting.
yeah.
So like
You
all
know how
my
many things I probably lost in my yard because I would bring my toys out to the yard. Oh, it snowed. We got Hoff. We're going outside.
What I want to understand is when these people who are like redoing homes are just going to take vacuum cleaners in and suck out all the toys in the vents.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
my
All the
mom
best
used to vacuum up
point.
everything.
Yeah.
Good
There's
point. There's probably hundreds of dollars in the vents. Oh, you don't have money to redo your kitchen?
no
You do now. You just found some Star Wars weapons.
With the dust, you put it in a little shaker.
bows and the bows with the Ewok. That's what I'm saying. That stuff broke too all the time. All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, so that was our crossover event. It just pretty much was I don't know. It was a filler show that we could get back to our regular show, but also to give you experience of what the Sunday Star Wars show is about. Please join us Sunday Star Wars, where we try not to. I try not to have a heart attack, and everybody else try to be crazy.
Don't worry. You won't need to have a heart attack on Sunday. I think we'll be able to get through it.
Have the medication on standby though, just in
By the
case.
way. I will be rewriting the show, just so you know. The Book of Fett. So, all right, get some sleep. For all those people that missed it and didn't watch the show, don't watch it before bed. You're just going to be disappointed.
That's good advice. Watch it first thing in the morning.
I might enjoy it.
Not first thing in the morning either. Like watch it like that midday before you're about to take a midday nap. Do that. I'll be all right. He was just so bad. I'll be all right. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody, for checking this out. Then again, come back on Sunday for the Star Wars show, and we will give you our complete, full review and full opinion
Sunday.
on what we saw without trying to hold back and
And we're not saying we're
remark.
going to
7.5.
It's gone up.
0.5 bump.